All right, I'm back. I looked like I was gone, but I was not gone. I was in fact back. But I have a water bottle with lime juice in it now. So, huzzah for me. Ah. Okay, welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet. We get together, we talk about the things that help us escape. Today is Waifu Wednesday, the day we talk about the waifus, the Wednesday waifu day. The day where we look at top 10 lists. We should actually have top 10 lists, I would hope, by this time. But if not, we'll make our own using the popularity graphs, and then we'll go from there. Finally, it is Waifu Wednesday, which means we're going to end up playing a little bit of Fire Emblem at the end of this because everyone says it's a game about waifus. At some point, it might be. We'll find out, and we'll jump into it. I am joined already by Michael. How are you doing today, Mike?
I hate Scorsese so much.
Just Scorsese, just
Dude,
as a statement.
I had to watch one of his movies just now,
Which
and it
one?
was Shutter Island.
Shutter Island. Not a fan of the Shuttering Island?
My brother described it as the greatest movie of all time, and it was baby's first detective movie. I kid you not, I was
Well, you
guessing
went a
the
little robo there, but
Yeah, I'm like framing out, but it doesn't matter.
oh no,
Yeah, I
that's
honestly don't
fun.
care at this point. Like connection shit, who cares? No, it was really bad. Well, it wasn't bad. I just guessed the plot halfway through. And I didn't even know it was a
Oh, okay.
Scorsese movie, right? And I was complaining about Scorsese because the last movie I watched with Leonardo in it was a shitty Scorsese movie. And then,
Yeah.
credits roll. It's a fucking Scorsese movie, so there's another one on the
Gotcha.
books.
Another one on the books.
Yeah, well, you
Your
watch
brother's
it
a
twice to
moron for
see the
thinking
big
it's a
twist.
goat. Yeah, that is
But I
true.
saw it once and I knew the twist halfway through, so like what am I supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do when the twist so straightforward? At the end of the day, who cares? Movie and book sucked. Oh wow, not even the book could salvage it.
Okay,
So
so talking about spoilers for it, right? So
okay.
they're
I
set he's
mean,
going to
what
a
is that? 2014? What?
yeah, honestly. They're going to a psychiatric ward on an island,
2010?
right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. And so clearly they're either gonna make him like try to make him out to be crazy, or the plot twist is that he's actually crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just setting that up, and at some point I'm like, okay. So they set up this plot line where like they're missing one patient, he's the last patient. Go figure. Like
Yeah,
obviously.
surprising like that.
Extremely obvious, right? And so I say that to my brother, and he's just like, well, maybe. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
You know what has a fun twist to it? I don't know if Shutter Island is in that same like category. Been a decade since I've seen it. But the hide and seek, I really like that one with Robert De Niro and his kid after his wife dies. It's a good movie.
Hmm.
You should see it if you like. I would never call it like a horror, but I would call it kind of like a suspense thriller.
Mhm.
Really, I enjoyed that one. But I was also young when I saw it. I think I was still in high school. When did that movie come out?
Fair enough.
2005. Yeah, so I was still in high school when I saw that movie. I remember it being like, I saw this coming, but they executed it so well. I was like, this is a great movie. Oh, thank you, Alex
Yeah,
Moore. Yeah.
at some
When I
point, you kind of understand what the twist is gonna be, but you don't, like, understand why everyone's playing along,
Yeah,
and then it's
exactly.
revealed, and it's just like, "Well, that was a stupid plan on your part." The fuck?
Wow, annoying.
Yeah.
How frustrating.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what
I
isn't
mean, you get
frustrating?
over it.
Uh Anime.
Oh, I couldn't watch this one because it's
You
not on
couldn't.
anything.
Oh yeah. Well, I watched it because it's on Billy Billy, so I watched it on the high
Mm.
seas, and it's adorable. It's great. It is just about like it's the K-On of mahjong, right? Cute girls hanging out, playing and learning how to play mahjong. So like as they're playing mahjong, it keeps redrawing them as like Akagi characters, and they keep dropping
Mm,
lines from Akagi. So it's freaking hilarious when it comes to like, oh, we're doing cute girls gambling, but they're not really gambling, so we'll harken back to like a really good gambling anime.
hmm.
Thought that was really well done. I think the this little yellow bird thing here is like the spirit of mahjong, and it's like, I'm gonna teach you mahjong, and it's surprisingly how I was taught mahjong. Like, all you have to do is this, and then you play a game after only knowing that, and then they're like, all right, now here's what you have to know. Now here's what you have to know. Now, and they keep adding more to it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see the next episodes if they start adding like the yaku, like the scoring of the hands and that kind of thing, because the game is very simple. You draw a tile, you discard a tile until you have a hand. But
Hmm.
what the hands are and what hands you should go for and all of the rest of it is super complicated when it comes to playing mahjong. So
Yeah, don't even talk until to me until you've gone like a triple Yakumen 13th orphan. Like don't even talk to me.
where dad's still getting the cigarettes, like you always got to get the dad getting cigarettes in the corner. That's the ultimate hand to lay down.
Hmm.
You think Sleepy Joe likes K-On? It's true, he does. He'll probably like this one too. Kampai, everybody. I forgot to do that at the beginning. What's this one called? Pon no Michi, or the way of Mahjong, or the way
It was the way
way
of
of
pawn.
way of pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. It's cute. I can only find it on the high seas because I think it's only on Bilibili at this point. What do we have a
Damn.
official site? Bilibili, YouTube. Hold on, maybe it's on YouTube. Uh, no,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
but it is all
It'd be
about
really
them
funny if it
playing.
was.
It would be. It'd just be straight up. Hey, there it is. We found it. I do like that Akagi's in the recommendations. With Kaiji's Ultimate Survivor.
Oh, and then the third series
Mm-hmm.
that I've never seen, Shobushi Tetsuya.
Densetsu Tetsuya. Overall, I recommend it if you have any a passing inkling into mahjong. I would not say like, oh, you love anime, watch this one. But if you're looking for something cute, something sweet, something that's like, oh, these are kind of fun characters, and I want to see them interact around this game, this is the one. Count as too normal of an anime for maybe it is. Number 2, 'tis time for torture, princess. I love where this one went. You've got all of these very chibi lolly designs. So and it's about torture. Obviously there's food at the bottom, but they could still go, a little weird way. But I love the way that she gets tortured. I love how real it is for everyone. Because if you watch uh like a hostel or something and you see somebody's fingernails getting ripped out, or you see them having to like cut into their bicep to get something, you're like, that looks like it hurts. I've been cut before, but like you don't know what that feels like. You do know what it's like to be late at night and suddenly starving, and you're like, oh, I need to eat right now, but you shouldn't eat. Like, everybody has found that feeling. You know what it's like when you smell fresh baked bread and you're like, I need to eat this bread now. I love that the torture is just put good food in front of her and wait. Like, it's so good. And then there's like this, he's not in this photo, but there's this giant ogre guy that's like the chef basically, who's making and prepping all the food, and his eyes are going all wonky and he's like making takoyaki and stuff, and there's something very comical about the whole thing that is just so well put together on the backdrop of like she's a princess who's also like Arthurian legend, like her sword talks and it's called X. It just it's such a good mashup of things to be like, oh, we've got like a fun story here. We can get like 3 shots, and then we're good and we're happy. This was a great show. Have you started this?
No, I have not.
No. Okay. I recommend it. I'm excited for the next demons to do their torture. I also just like that the sword like has a little like helmet on it, so like when it's talking, it like it's weird though because like when it talks, it like zooms in on the hilt, but it never shows like the helmet. I'm like, it should zoom in on the helmet because the helmet is literally a helmet. Like, why would it not be talking from the helmet?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, metallic rouge. Ooh,
It is
this
illegal to like this one, actually,
is it illegal to like it? Wait, why would it be illegal?
because that robot is only 10 years old in
That
robot years,
in Robo years?
which are just normal years after they were made.
Right. But if it was made at a certain age, are you saying that Adam, when he was created, was too young? He was only a day old. He couldn't have sex with Eve?
I'm just saying you should like click on that character, the black-haired character, and see what the
Yeah.
description says, because you're not gonna be happy.
This is age 10, 10-year-old android who appears to be
See?
17 due to her actual
Illegal.
age.
Illegal.
No, she was 17 10 years ago.
No, she was 0 10 years ago.
So
I see.
what's the plot of this one?
Okay. The plot of this one is jargon, robot, jargon, robot, spy, jargon, robot, spy,
Yeah, that's
jargon.
that's entirely correct. That's the show. I didn't really like it. Leon loves it because he doesn't like things that make sense.
I adore what this show is going for, right? You've got androids, some sort of robotic life form that has been introduced to us by aliens.
It seems like literally everybody is a robot in this show.
It's like 70% of the population is this robot thing that need a drug that if they don't get that drug, they appear to die. And if humans take that drug, it'll give you a crazy high. But like, there's also an organization that has a name that I don't remember the name because they said the name and I was like, I don't know what that means. And then they said, and our organization. I'm like, why didn't you just say organization? We can
I don't know what any of their motivations are. I actually don't know why they decided they wanted to kill that lady.
So I'll give my plot idea for like this first episode, but before I get to that, I like android that is working sort of clandestine in this like very innocent looking body that transforms into crazy cool robot red fighter person that actually does the fighting, is good at the fighting, has backup, and is able to like fight against them. And the battle, you can't tell me that fight wasn't hype. Like that, the music in the background paired with the visuals as they were fighting, the way that she had to fight. Now, did she have to fight that way? I don't know, but the way they had her fighting was like very, very fun. Everything about that fight is like, okay, give me this. Just keep
I think visually
giving me
everything
this.
was well directed, but
Answer me though.
the
That
writing was
fight,
poor.
that fight was awesome.
I wouldn't say it was awesome actually.
What do you mean? Whippy blade hands coming at her, giant flame shoulders, and it all looks good.
Yeah, I think
She's
it was
flipping
I think it
around,
was good.
jumping around. You didn't like the fight though?
No, I said what
You
did you
said
say?
I
Did you
wouldn't say this was good. I said you gotta admit the fight was good.
I thought you said it was great. Yeah.
Oh, so you call it good but not great?
I thought you were putting on like a high echelon. I say it's good.
It is.
Yeah, it's like
that is a
7 out
high
of 10.
echelon fight. When's the last time you saw a fight that was that well done in anime?
Last episode I watched of Shangri-La Frontier.
No. Bullshit. Shangri-La
pretty good.
Frontier is great, but this is on another level for fighting cinematic. You're insane.
I think they probably will put together.
You're just a
something pretty good.
hater. You're just a hater. That's all it is. You're like, that's you. You're like,
I don't
I
think it's a
watch
bad
anime
thing that,
for the animation,
I don't think it was a
but
bad.
I hate good animation.
I don't think it was a bad thing that it wasn't like a very zippy zappy like all these other shonen shows would do. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
Okay.
But I really would. I mean, the thing is, a lot of fights for me also, I needed a little bit more than just it's
More what?
happening.
No,
than
no,
just
no,
the
no,
fact that it's
no.
happening.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. No. When I ask about the fight, just the fight, I don't care if it's shit turd and douche sandwich and then they tripped on a curb and they're like, now we fight. If that fight animation's on point, we get background music on point, we analyze just the fight. I don't care if you don't know the motivations behind the two people fighting. I'm just looking at the fight
Yeah,
and
I'd
the
say
way it is
Naruto's
made.
better still.
You think what is better?
I think Naruto's better still.
Just Naruto. Just
No, just thinking of like
not Naruto versus Sasuke final fight. Not
Yeah, I never watched this, so I couldn't tell you exactly
Naruto
which one. But yeah,
Kakashi.
I'll
Oh
look up
my
a fight in
God, get
Naruto.
outta
So like,
here.
you know, that one's probably better.
The final fight in Naruto is pretty good.
I'd say probably the bridge fight is the one you want to go to in season 1.
The
With
bridge in
Zabuza.
season 1. That's a good
Yeah.
fight.
It's a really good fight. There is a reason everyone remembers those two villains, even though they die immediately.
Yeah. No, this show, like I said, it's got a problem.
I mean, do you think it was better than the fight at the end of season 1, Demon Slayer?
Yes.
I do not.
Really.
Yeah, I think the fight at the end of season 1, Demon Slayer, was better than this.
Okay.
If you want to point to like something, I would say is like very, very good, high tier.
Would you say
about...
it was more directed by John Woo or Scorsese? what range are we going here?
I wouldn't say this was directed by Scorsese. He wouldn't direct like this, no.
No, the problem with the Demon Slayer fights is just how long they last and how they don't get finished properly, and that's part of like, oh, now this is gonna happen because you didn't do the thing, and then just it's always like, I blah 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 blah. Like there's a lot of like narration and a lot of wait and a lot of delay, and all we got in this was like,
You mean like
take
JJK?
some hits so I can analyze it. All right, I'm good to go. It's uploaded to you. But like that's all the dialogue other than like the screaming like, God, why do you want to kill me? Like the passionate freak out from Viola, like that was great.
Yeah, I just
Now-
was more out of the show because I was still questioning is like why is this happening though?
Okay, so why is it happening?
Yeah.
So we have some sort of robotic-ish life form that has been introduced to us by aliens, and we don't know why it's been introduced to us. We just know that we have these things now and we live with them. So we have some sort of alien coming in, probably trying to take over the planet, probably potentially trying to subjugate it. Finding out the best way to do that is just to get a whole population into the planet. So we could go that route as far as like aliens go. We also have some sort of group of immortal, they call them, but they're probably just like really high ranked generals that are able to fight back, and they're able to, or they're super powerful. And so we've met two of them now. We've met the Joker guy, and then we've met the singer here, who the singer is the one that in this first episode that promptly loses to our main girl, who appears to also be a robot thing. So I'm thinking robot battling that is spurred on by aliens, who those aliens are, trying to fight. I swear to sweet Ghibli's, you're both gone until you both learn to stop chewing all the goddamn time in the microphone. It's funny once in a while, but the constant is a no-go in the escape corner. Now I'm trying to talk to you about legit anime that I think is great. You can listen, but if you're gonna sarcastic chew your goddamn snapple blapple with your slapple bip in your freaking mouth hole, then you can wait when the chat with everybody else. Okay. Now that it's quiet. So we're gonna have a couple different alien species, I'm thinking, or same species that are just kind of fighting a war, sort of a rebels versus an empire type of thing, and their pawns are these android robots. And so Rouge has been sent around and is going to be tackling all of them. So I'm here for like really cool robot battles, especially if they all have interesting powers. We already know one has the power to um, sort of copy other robots, and another one has the power that lost of like fire and so this cool whippy arm with these vibrating blades and everything like that. Um, very very excited to see what comes next as far as powers go and how we're gonna organize through the city. Like I said, big jargon problem. Like we just get a lot of terms that I'm defining in my head. They're like, oh, all the robots or all the Nane have Asimov code. I'm like, okay, Nane is a robot because Asimov wrote the robot books. But if you don't have that prior knowledge, it could be a little confusing, a little frustrating to get into. But I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm confident that the story at the base is gonna be a lot more coherent and fun, and it's just gonna take us some time to get some of that base level knowledge. All right, you guys are back.
Well, yeah, I didn't know I wasn't muted. So I just had my sandwich here.
This is my sandwich here.
Yeah, I was just eating my sandwich, but I didn't mute. Michael didn't even do anything actually.
Yeah, well, you got caught in the crossfire. Give me a couple. I'm still rolling here. Okay, good. I gotta pull up our top 10 list anyway. So those are our reviews for the day. What do you guys predict is going to be our top 10 for each of the sites? We got Corner, ANN, and Annie Trent.
I'm gonna say I've never actually cared what they predicted. Usually it's gonna be a show that opens up the season, so let's pick Insura is gonna be top 5.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, fucking sure.
Soul Leveling is gonna be top 3. The 7th Timely Villainous is gonna be 10 or 9.
7th time.
Yeah, I believe that.
Is gonna be up there. Okay.
It's time for Torture Prince is gonna be like 6 or something for no good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I mean, every
Delicious and Dungeon is gonna be top 3.
You're
like
forgetting
Torture
Princess,
every
right?
romance. This
That's what I
season
mean.
is
It's gonna be
on
6 and 7 like first.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like way down below a bunch of other garbage that shouldn't be there. A Sign of Affection is also gonna be like lower off the list for some reason.
Just cause.
Okay, pull it up. I want to see
All right.
Solo Leveling sweep.
Is that maybe Anime Corner or no? Not Anime Corner, but what was the one that always had the romance, like the Angel show, really high?
Oh, wasn't that Anime Corner?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was them. Maybe it was them.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Alrighty.
I think Gemini
Anime
was
Corner.
correct.
Eminence in Shadow Season 2.
Okay, the repeating shows don't count because it's all last season.
Gets an
Yeah, it's all last season.
8%.
Yeah, this is just
just
last season.
This is week 12 of fall.
Oh, damn it.
Well,
Alright, well, maybe
Rip
they have this
Blaine.
one.
Blaine was the one that chewed in our ears.
It was me.
that's week 11.
That's not even all the way. Why do you all
Why does
suck
nobody
at
have a new
catching
one?
Up?
Yeah, why does
Okay.
nobody have a new one? We already had a full week.
I mean, it's only
start
been
now.
a full week.
Top Anime Awards 2024. Okay, cool.
Let's see it. Fucking Hell's Paradise.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
this is their 2024 awards.
Oh, so the 2024
Yeah.
awards are for 2023 shows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, you should vote for Tomo-chan though.
Tomo?
You should vote for Tomo-chan though. It's good.
Here we go. Winter of the week. I'm gonna vote because you get multiple votes. Oshinoko. And you want Tomo-chan?
Tomo-chan.
Oh,
I don't even
only
think it
get
was the
one
best
vote.
that season or last year, but I think it's good. I like it.
Hell's Paradise. Let's go.
Dangers in the Heart. Magi Revo. Okay, anime movie of the year. Next. Backflip. Inu O. Suzume.
Kaguya-sama doesn't count. It was just 3 episodes stitched together.
Yeah, we're still gonna vote for Kaguya-sama. Get wrecked, nerd.
I know.
Oh, me. I'm a male in the old man. I'm on the plus bracket. Thanks. God damn. Are you older than everyone else that votes here? Okay,
Yeah.
let's vote. We're gonna be a part of
As
this
your
this week.
bones turn into dust.
How
I
many
guess
do
I
we
should
get?
vote for this.
How many do we get?
Yeah,
Limit
could you
50.
link it? Could you link it, Blade? Link it?
Yeah.
Could you link it?
It's linked. Oh,
Thank
you want
you.
the link in here too? I'll put the link in
Thank
both
you.
locations.
I got it.
Force Michael to play a game that he
Michael.
can't play on Mac, and just watch him cry.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna vote for the best shows, the greatest shows of the season.
Only the best
We're gonna torture the princess this season. That's how it's gonna be, folks. We're gonna torture the princess this season. That's what has to happen.
Pine Jam's got the way of the torture. Everybody watched the Tim cast.
Wait,
before
did
this?
nobody watch the
No.
Blue Exorcist reboot?
None of
I haven't
us.
heard
Wait, that
any
was a
of
re-
no.
that
I've
was
heard
a
nobody here
reboot?
talk about it. Yeah,
No,
Wait,
I
that was a
think-
reboot?
It's not
They
a reboot.
restarted?
It's a follow-up. I thought.
I thought it was a remake.
No, so the Illuminati's, at least what I'm gathering from people who comment, like, I'm excited for Blue Exorcist. This is a new, previously unanimated version or section of the manga.
Yeah.
So, Sign of Affection gets a vote.
Where's
yeah.
Gushing Over Magical Girls? I can't find it. Where can I vote for it?
Literally
That's-
banned from the polls.
It's on the 18 plus
I
poll.
found it. No, I found it. I just
Dang
passed
it.
it. I got it.
I got
figured
it.
out.
I'm doing it. You guys got done listening to the Beanie. It was fun. Yeah, like I think Vivek does really well when it's him talking to people about stuff. I think those
Do you think it's bad when he
debates,
talks to robots?
those debates really killed his numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna say with just these three. Did I just do three? Saskia Peeps.
I am a male. I am
Kaya.
18 to 21. I am submitting vote. My categories are
31.
Seventh Time Loop, Banished from the Hero's Party, 2, Delicious in Dungeon, Gushing Over Magical Girls, and Shangri-La.
You can
You know what?
share.
I gotta give it to it for my instant death ability is so overpowered. No one in this world, other world, stands a chance against me. It has the longest title this season.
That is true.
I gotta give it
Actually,
to it. It is
yeah.
longer than Banished from the Hero's Party. I'm pretty sure, actually.
I think Seventh Time Loop might be in contestant for the longest.
It might be
Seven
the
Time
strongest
Loop actually
tanks
has a
labyrinth
key.
raids. A tank with the rare 9999 resistance skill got kicked from the Hero's Party.
I think that was a very funny first episode because the twist was that he wasn't kicked out by sabotage. He was kicked out because of something he actually couldn't control.
That's so
Like-
much.
It was boring. It was 100% boring. But you watch so many of these to the point where it's just like, oh, obviously the hero like poisoned him or something. Then the twist is that, oh, the hero didn't poison him.
That's
Alex
amazing.
Miller.
I care so much about this now.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you told me about this, Mike.
You know, if you could just pretend to be excited, maybe you'd be.
I'm
less
not
of,
going
like,
to.
A fag, a gay.
I guess we don't have rankings because just nobody has rankings.
Yeah, we don't have rankability. I guess I could look at just the Annie list.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
put.
can just see what's most popular or what's
Yeah.
highest rated
If
of the
anything's
season.
got
more than
ratings yet.
popular.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
put.
because everything should
movie-
have ratings if it's come out.
Oh man, yeah. Your fourth initial D stage is one of the best. You get the Miata where he has to like reverse his tactics. It's so good.
Oh, Blaine, did you ever talk about solo leveling?
Yeah, top 100, and then
I did, but I feel weird talking about it because it feels like without a second episode, I don't really have the full introduction. Which I
Chain
think
Soldier's
is
doing
also
pretty
a bad
good.
thing about it.
Chain Soldier was good. I didn't pick it because I don't know how I feel about it until the second episode.
Okay, popularity. Give me
Okay,
average
pussy.
score. Average score. We got Dangers in
You know,
My
we might
Heart
see some in
season
the second
2.
Let's go.
Sitting at 83%. Solo leveling at 81. How can you give that show
Ooh.
that high? You're gonna say this is better than A Sign of Affection, better than Delicious in Dungeon, better than all of these other shows that had great intros?
Also, I was right. Seventh Time Loop is kind of up there because it just aired
Yeah.
earlier. I don't really think it did anything good. It's
This
just
one?
it exists. It's just
It's just
up
the
there.
It is
hangout.
okay.
Yeah.
It is the 4th not returning show.
Yeah.
That's really high.
Yeah, it is. Also,
And
I was
Gushing
right
is
about the wrong way to use healing magic. Everybody loved it. Haha.
It was trash.
Yeah,
though.
I need to watch it. I have
No,
no
you
opinions
don't.
about it yet.
Michael despises that show.
Hey, Blaine, remember the gorilla kissing show?
He
Yeah,
thinks it's worse than that.
I like that show.
100% the exact same vibes this show gives off.
Oh, then I'll enjoy it. Gorilla Kissing Show is a silly show to put on while you're like eating something. It's not like super deep or anything.
There's never
It's-
a bowl of cereal deep enough
Sasuke and
for me
Peeps
to watch
below
that
gushing
show.
over magical girls. You
Yeah.
can say that about everything else too. It's below gushing over magical
All-
girls.
I mean,
This-
Sasaki and Peeps had way too long a first episode. I didn't even attempt it.
What? It's so
it's
good.
a double length. It's not really that long.
It's only
Yeah, but
it's
like
40
I put it
40
on
minutes.
in a minute and I was like, oh fuck.
What do you mean? Ah, fuck. You just
Yeah, I just stopped watching.
you got no
I did not
endurance
have
there?
the time.
I say find the time.
No, I'm trying to go to bed early these days. These
Mm.
past 2 days.
That makes sense. Hokkaido
Yeah.
gals over here. Bottom tier, banished party. Fluffy's beating high card. How is Chain Soldier lower than high card? What?
Ugh.
It has
Also, look at the little show down there. Look at my
I
poor
would
boy.
say high dive jail, but it's definitely not that.
66%.
it's 2% below high card.
That's why you can't respect anime fans.
Oh wait, you should be checking percents.
Also, Ishura was very low. I guess a lot of people did not like that.
it was
It
bad.
came out early.
63%.
Yeah, but usually the quality does not have any impact on how high a show's rated.
That is true. That is true.
Usually it's just did people like have fun? Did they walk away from it with a I like that? Like that's all
Yeah,
you need.
if they react to it like Blaine does, that's how most anime voters are.
I think a bigger indicator for
I give
actual
reasons.
rating is like hype around the show before it airs.
Has this one started?
Yeah, I mean that's why Soul Leveling
12
is
hours
literally
still.
the top.
Yeah, because a bunch of idiots. Well, I mean, it's the #1 manhwa, which is why people like it.
Yeah,
Wait, is
and those
this
people
one-
who say that are idiots.
Yeah,
Is this one coming out on
Alex,
Twitter?
you fucking idiot.
Just
Which
Yep,
one coming
well,
on Twitter?
the Isekai no You little 5
Maybe
minute
it
one.
was.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow, but I'm trying to remember. I think that this one comes out on Twitter. One of these comes out on Twitter. And it's just weird. It's like, how does Twitter like have anime streaming? I don't think the rest of these are. Nobody cares.
I
about
think
it.
it's just gonna be posted directly onto Elon's Twitter account.
It will. It'll just be a video that he uploads, a little 5 minute. Guys, can you believe Hot Springs in the other world, where there are animal girls, you know, that you could soak in a
I
bath
would.
with?
I would.
Hey, Did My Heart is good, but it's really surprising me that people just say it is their favorite show so far this season. I wonder if it's because it has a lot less people watching it than Soul Leveling. That's probably why.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it would be there's really no big shonen this season, so it would be that
It's
one.
Solo Leveling.
Yeah, it would be Soul Leveling it would be Ashura if not for Soul Leveling.
81%.
Yeah, that's probably true. They do not care. They just want the hype show that everybody's watching. That's why people watch it and why they say it's great.
Yeah. This is exclusively a bad show. Even Reddit was saying it's bad.
They really were too. Like Reddit was tearing into Soul Leveling constantly. And like some of the highest voted posts were talking about, I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
We did not, Alex Moore. We
Oh, actually, I did
not.
watch episode 2 today.
Oh, let us know.
The first fetish was blindfold. And then the second one, I don't really remember.
Okay.
It's kind of a blur.
Yeah, Nay's going straight to Lolly. Nay. Yeah.
Nay.
Yeah, she's the lolly. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
dang,
she's
that's
11.
right. She's actually a kid too. That's pretty
I'm
funny.
11.
Yeah. He's like, God, she's so young. Why is she my senpai? Where? Cool.
Okay, but can the Metallic Rouge theme song just be
A tier.
Kiryu singing Rouge of Love?
Maybe if they can
Because
get
that would be
the.
my favorite. I just want Kiryu singing Rouge of Love.
Why did I write Minami? Like it would be easier if I put her name down as Fuka.
Why are
let's
you
see.
going out of order?
I'm just clicking stuff. You know. What's order?
I don't know. I guess
Cerulean,
go
gotta put her in
Cerulean?
C tier.
You should be doing them by
This is the
show,
mom.
I guess.
The mom's a C tier.
Yeah, she's all right.
Okay.
Mm,
Like, you
she
can put her
needs
where you
that much
want.
attention to her kid. There's no D tier, otherwise I'd put her there.
Really?
I'm kidding. B tier.
Wait, Wendy's an F tier.
Wait, why was Wendy so bad? Anyways, I didn't watch it.
I mean, she doesn't do anything at
She's
this
just a
point.
nothing-
Like, she's
nothing
like,
character.
"Do you want me to take care of it?" It's like, "No, you're our ace in the hole." Okay. Like that's
So
her
she's
entire.
she's the strongest. We can't like have her go out and do stuff. She's the strongest. It's dangerous.
I mean, basically, her power is she gets like a crazy sword and changes
Yeah.
personality. It's one of those where it's just like, oh,
With the demon sword.
my
Masamune,
other personality will not stop killing people, so we got to be careful if I use my power. You got to have
Why
the guy.
isn't she the protagonist? That really seems like protagonist kind of power.
You got to have the guy that's like invincible, basically.
Yeah, I
stop
think
her.
Sarah's F tier because she's dead.
You
She's
should
F
assume
tier 'cause
everyone
she
in
sucks.
D is bad.
You know,
Rouge-
Naomi,
Rouge
she can
Red
go
is
up
just
to B
most
tier.
boring.
I like
to
Naomi.
see.
She eats meat.
I also like Naomi.
Also, I think she's a human. I'm pretty sure she's just human.
She wears glasses, and that's pretty
maybe,
big
except-
I think she has cybernetic enhancements. I'm sure. It seems like everybody would at that point.
I couldn't tell if she actually felt something when the bird got hit. So
It seemed like she very much did. It wasn't just anguish.
yeah, Shushu.
Yeah,
You're
put her
in
in,
C
like,
until
I'd say put
further
B.
notice.
But yeah, I guess she shouldn't do anything yet.
Yeah,
I just read some of the manga. You know?
you read some of the manga. Okay.
Yeah.
Himari, this is the gun girl.
I don't remember her showing up. I don't remember her that much.
The
I
gun
don't think
girl?
she's focused on right at the start now.
Oh, from the manga at least.
Yeah.
That would make sense. What else we got? Pon no Meech. We got a bunch of girls who like to play again.
B tier.
Izumi's a little bit more
Yeah,
fun, but
I like
they're all
Izumi better.
but they're all just kind of like, "Hey, we got this job to do. Oops, we got distracted." Like, okay.
Teehee.
Teehee. Peachon.
That's not a girl.
Yeah.
That's
I was really hoping the Peachon.
well, actually, Peachon is I think Peachon is voiced by a woman, but it's like I don't even know if the character's actually female.
No, I'm pretty sure it ain't. You're never eating 3 McDonald's burgers in one sitting again. Why? Because you're weak.
Yeah. That's
You
what
can't
it
eat
sounds
3 hamburger patties. Or is he talking like he had 3/4 pounders? And it's like I guess that is a little bit much, isn't
He's
it?
like, that's just too much bread for me.
I like Hime, but she keeps folding under pressure. So.
Yeah, I don't know if she could keep my kids safe.
Exactly. She keeps giving out secrets like every day.
Now
every
torture
time.
Tortura, that's an S tier. She gets her job done.
Which one? Oh, this one. Yeah.
Torture. Yeah, she's S tier. She gets her job done every day.
I'm going. You're so right.
Dude,
She
he
does, though.
She
She puts
knows
in the
how to
work.
get the info.
She knows how to
Wait.
get the shit done.
He woke up the next day after hearing your short advice, went to McDonald's and ate 3 burgers in one sitting for a short.
Oh, nice.
That's great, Canadian. I'm glad you
Wait,
did
what?
that.
What part of film random normal Japanese things made you eat 3 Godzilla
Why don't you just
burgers?
eat one Godzilla burger?
You're like, today's special in Japan is the Godzilla burger. Here it is. There's the photo, and it actually looks like the photo when you get it in Japan, and then you eat it. Like, why? Why'd you be like, oh, I ate 3?
Angry Canadian just trying to go above and beyond in the worst way possible.
If 1 burger get 1,000 like, 3 burger get 3,000 like. Oh goodness.
I feel sorry for Canadian, but he really did it to himself.
Literally did it to himself.
Yeah.
Ishura watchers, do any of these people move? I got
you
Just
know,
put the dragon on the list.
appears, but like, why the fuck?
Oh yeah,
would I
the
pick
second
him
episode was
this way?
totally different. It did not. It focused on like 3 different characters, and then it focused on this like dragon. He's a worm. That character is a worm. One of the like main guys.
interesting.
And I thought that was way cooler than the first episode.
wait.
I would much rather him be the main focus, just entirely. Because how often do they have non-human main characters? Pretty rare.
Yeah, it's not super common. Yeah.
Overlord.
And you take away the ones that are like have horns. You take away the ones that are just like characters that have horns and like genuinely different creatures like that.
Have you seen the Skumichi main character?
Oh yeah. That's a dude.
He's
I
pretty
like her
not
effort.
human.
I like her effort. Emma's up there. Tomoe, I think she's got it together enough that she moves to the A tier.
What about Mini Tomoe?
None of the undead
Komoe?
girls showed up yet. I mean, well, not they showed up, but they have not like had barely any screen time.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, wait on
Wedding ring.
those.
We just had Crystal.
Yeah, honestly, I read
C
Wedding
tier
top
at
C.
best.
I read that
She's-
manga a while ago, and it was trash.
Gotcha. Oh, tomorrow you go see -1 black and white.
Just make sure you record it and then don't get caught by the Japanese authorities.
In America, we call that the Kurosawa style. And I don't think I watched any of the rest of these yet. I should go through normal. Chain, delicious. Oh, delicious demon. What's?
The elf, just the elf, right?
Why don't I have
Yeah,
the
Oh,
just the elf
actually,
so far.
Phelan
Marcel.
too, but like, I don't know where you put her.
I don't have her on the list. How
He's
is she
missing the
not?
elf.
How is she not on the Annie list? She's like the main
'Cause you're
4
bad.
characters. Because I'm bad? Annie list
Yeah.
sucks because of me?
No, you suck because of you.
Well, then who sucks because of Annie list?
No one, just you.
I don't like where this is going.
You are the mistakes you make.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are the mistakes you make. What are you trying to write, like a 90s emo grunge song?
No, I'm just quoting BoJack Horseman.
You are the mistakes you make.
Have you seen that video? They're doing that like a modern grunge song, but they're like, "I'm too young for nostalgia."
No, I've seen there's the one that goes around that's like, I'm not ready for your heart. Like it's so, and he's just always with like this stupid guitar playing. It's like how it feels when she cracks a white claw. What is the line even? I don't remember.
Twisted Tea.
Little fox girl from Sengoku Y is kind of cute.
Sengoku Y, is that already out?
Yeah, it came out today. I'm watching it right now.
Kuzunoha
It's the fox girl. Yeah.
He's talking about Yoko.
Yoko. Hi, Yoko desu. I don't know where.
Yeah, she's okay. That's fine.
She's
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
She's kind of cute, but she's also
Okay.
kind of young. I don't know. Maybe she should go in the lolly category.
Yeah, he didn't look at that.
I actually
photo
don't know if she's. I don't know what age she's supposed to be.
Do you care?
Do you care? Oh, I didn't click.
And she's just a fox spirit.
I didn't put Marcel on because this is the photo that was there.
Oh, she's really young.
Damn, 50.
Damn, booty. Click, 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 click. Marcel, rule 34.
Oh, the Mal one is just straight up better.
Yeah, I'll pull it off Mal later.
I clicked on that for you. I gave you the link.
You're welcome.
Look at that, much better.
Yep,
Likes
it's
seafood
just
and
better.
nuts. She likes nuts, everybody. No simping for knife ears, only termination. All right, there's our first little movement on our waifu chart. We did it.
Yeah. We're free.
Are we free? Free from what?
Free
We
from
just
anime for now.
suffer.
The only thing we're free to do is save.
Oh damn, that is a helm splitter strike. And they got a lot of blood there.
Okay, so I posted on X today that
You did.
It's insane that Amaranth will make 57 million grossed on her OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Which this comes from Drama Alert. It's just photos. I haven't researched. I don't know if this is true, but if this is true, it's just shocking. It's just a shocking amount of money.
People pay that much for fake tits and fake
Are
tears.
we assuming she hasn't made that much by now?
No. Because, I mean, she probably made that much from her gas station, honestly.
Yeah, like even half of that. She's like, I would like easily at least half of that. I would assume.
But when I say, can I get like 1/10, 100% of that support? A little silly joke. And then, oops, wrong one. Where's the, here we go. No, don't settle for scraps. And I was like, okay, I guess. Like, yeah, 0.01% of 50 million is like $5,000. But still, I'd like to get $5,000 for what I do on stream. And I was like, yeah, we got to fix simpery. You ready for the scholar here? All right. Well, it's not so much fixing as it is perspective shifting. Amaranth has a very strong camera presence. She would be successful even if she kept her clothes on. People like her for more than boobs.
No,
they like her brand and the fantasy that comes with it. What would the fantasy be if you like the fantasy of Amaranth's
Gang
brand?
just slam that penis in between those boobies.
Surprising, right? Yeah. There's an entire ... internet full of naked pretty girls to choose from. Amaranth stands out among them because she's also got a community of followers built up because she also games and streams. There's more to her than another pretty face, and she knows how to market that. Simp! Simp!
Full of Ethan Ralph out here.
What is this? What is this?
Getting red in the face from that screaming, man. I didn't know it took that much out of you.
He starts out by telling me, like, oh, you do better. But then I'm like, it's not about whether or not I do better. It's insane that there's enough simps to throw $57 million at some plastic boobied bimbo on OnlyFans. Meanwhile,
there are hot women that have naturally large breasts.
And there's thousands of women that are probably trying to stream and game that don't get nearly that amount. Just because Amaranth does it doesn't mean shit. She was an early adopter of the I can show my titty meta, flew to the top, and has been at the top of every single one of those metas. Every single time. It's like, oh, we can do this now, I'ma do that. Oh, we can do this now, I'ma do that. Like, her ability to do more than be boobs is to figure out how to get the boobs in front of your face more often. That's all it is.
You probably shouldn't let your wife know you have a girlfriend, Alex.
This is ridiculous. I can't with these people. And the like, what do you mean perspective shifting? What am I supposed to shift the perspective of? Oh, you know what? She works really hard. She can work super hard. If there were no simps, she wouldn't get the money. That's just how it works. She's so talented. Those guys are sipping hard for some moron. She'll end up showing off her xenomorph. Maybe and everyone will run for the hills. Has she not already? Are you telling me she has been just
No, she hasn't.
leading people on this whole time? And
I think
it
at
gets
best she
you
goes
that
topless.
much money?
I think straight up she's just gone topless, and that's it.
That's insane. That's insane. You remember when I was talking about my problem with magical girls is the people that like it have no shame? People need to feel shame for throwing that much money at the girlfriend experience, at the porn experience. Take half of the money you would throw at Amaranth and put it towards a gym membership and better clothes. Then you'll find a chick that likes you. You'll work hard to be the best you can for her, and then you won't have to see fake tits on the internet.
Also, there's people who donate so much money to these streamers, they could literally just pay somebody to be their sugar baby. They could literally just be paying somebody to be their sugar baby in real life.
Yeah,
Like how much money they're giving. Yeah,
true.
I don't think some of these idiots realize.
Okay.
You know, as someone who likes gushing over magical girls, I agree that simps need to feel shame for what they're doing and switch over to what I like. Because once it's more popular, exactly, once it's free and more popular, more of it will be made. The more you know.
Oh my gosh, whatever. I'll do that much. $100,000. How much would a healthy year's salary change your life? Look at that. 5,700 people could have their lives changed by the amount that Amaranth gets on OnlyFans alone. This doesn't count, I'm guessing, Twitch. This doesn't count any sponsorships. This doesn't count her gas station, anything else. Almost 6,000 people could be given $100,000 because of this simpery.
Okay, but do they deserve that $100,000? How you even know? Are you a socialist? Why are you even saying that?
I mean, do what you want with your money, but to think you're flushing it away so I would rather you gamble with it. I think that would be more moral to go gambling with all of that money than to just hand it to Amaranth.
That'd be what I'd be doing.
What's this about a gas station? Amaranth owns a gas station. You didn't know this? That was like the first thing she did when she started making money. She bought a gas station. Smart.
You know, I think I just don't identify with like the fact that the characters in Metallic Rogue do not show any kind of emotion on their face when they're fighting.
Oh, like the fact they're robots?
Yeah, because they're robots. Yeah, because they got the robot skin over top, so it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
No, Canadian. I was joking. Don't defend it. No.
No, Daddy, no.
I actually don't give a shit if you like the show. I mean, I'm
Daddy,
watching
chill.
it. So
Daddy, no.
I don't care. I'm not gonna genuinely simp for it or defend it. I don't really care.
You get cleavage on camera. You get boobs on camera. People are just like, oh,
dude. I am still in shock.
They just start throwing money at the screen. They don't know how to.
Why don't you
I'm
buy some
still in
silicone
shock.
blade? Just stick it underneath your shirt.
I might as well just be like, what? Now I'm
a reverse Fuda, guys.
I transition every night when I start stream. And then I detransition afterwards. It's not hard to detransition. It doesn't change you physically forever.
There's no permanent changes, guys. Come on.
Oh, it's asinine. It's asinine the level that people like where are you that you're like, oh, I'm gonna pay for that? What does it get you? It gets you the texting? Is it the texting? You can hire a virtual assistant who will text you. You could get one of those services where it's like learn another language by texting with someone, and then you can just pretend that they're like, you put their name in as a woman when you text them. It's just insane. Trying your best not to laugh too hard on the train. Laugh on the train. You're white. They won't worry about it.
They might be worried he's a serial killer. depending on how he laughs. I've heard him laugh before.
Squirting over magical girls is tame after all the redo of Healer on High Dive. I mean, why? Why are we like, you know what? Rape fantasy bad, but underage BDism not as bad. I don't know. Why can't we call them both bad? Why can't they both be things that we should feel shame if you like it and you shouldn't like it? Why can't we have both? Redo is not peak. Redo is boring. I'm gonna get
at the end of the day,
revenge on
Mars just
everybody by
another-
healing them, so they, you know, I know that they would have done this to me later, and now I've brainwashed them so that now they don't know that I'm the one getting the revenge. Oh my gosh, just
It really was
mindless.
just another fantasy show.
There are levels of
Power
this.
fantasy, you mean?
It was also in a fantasy setting.
I know it's a fantasy, but I mean, that doesn't describe anything.
What? Okay, when I
Fantasy.
picture fantasy, I'm thinking shit like in another world.
There's
or like,
yeah, but there's so many
in my
fantasy shows. It doesn't matter if you call something a fantasy.
There's
I'm
just
thinking
so
chilling in my
many of them.
30s, Shield Hero, shit like that.
So it's like there's so many more than that. There's so many fantasy shows. It doesn't
Damn,
narrow it down
sorry,
in the
guys.
slightest.
Sorry, guys. I should have been more descriptive. I'll kill myself now.
Do it.
Yeah, thank you. You brought Lucy to work? I bet that's a nice day. Bringing your dog to work with you. That sounds lovely.
I voted for 10 shows in the end because they said vote.
Isn't that
You know, it's
combo basically Bible Black? Yeah, but what is Bible Black? Hentai! We have a category for these things. Real men watch the 04 Punisher. They can.
Real men own Redo of Healer on DVD.
I don't know what the levels are, Noda. I don't like.
Well, you see.
Like, I
just
can
playing this.
understand someone being like, I have a foot fetish. It's not that weird. Oh, yeah. It's not that
You
weird.
see,
I have a rape
stuff
fantasy.
like
Corner with the chair and that nice braid next to you. That's where you go.
I don't want you
You
to
have
ever
stuff
talk about
like,
that again.
Yeah.
what was that one show from last season that broke level 4 of Brandon's 4 or 5 levels?
You mean, wasn't it the I'm in love with the villainous?
Yeah, I'm in love with the villainous broke level 4, which
Yuri, not
yeah.
Yuri, or whatever.
That's the levels.
Bible Black is H. Tiger. You didn't realize? How did you? How? How? Doesn't it start with the axe or? No, Noda. You didn't hear what I said. I said underage BDSM.
Okay, but
And
hear me out.
non-consensual underage BDSM. So it's rape BDSM.
Okay, but
Honestly, I
within-
just don't like BDSM, period.
what if within the 3-episode rule they're into it? What then?
Then okay. Do we count Stockholm syndrome as I guess they're okay being hostages now? Is that what we do?
Yeah, I'm okay with them depicting underage sexual fetish fantasies. I'm actually okay with that now.
Yeah, that's fine as long as they're okay with it. After 3 episodes of not liking it, that sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all good. Sometimes tags mind break. Yeah, mind break. That's the one. I wonder why they use the word mind break and not Stockholm. Japanese not use that.
Well, mind
phrase?
break is usually the fact that they're like mentally dead. They're just kind of a zombie or sex zombie now.
Yeah, something
Always
snaps.
hear about this Bible Black. It is not a good Christian show, Alex Moore. You should not watch Bible Black.
Alex Morrison.
Thanks for the recommendation. No. The blackmail 2 tomorrow never ends. Will make you physically sick.
All right, he's on chapter 7. Sees the gate. All right.
Should all watch Midori instead. Midori what? What's Midori? I only know the alcohol and the character from My Hero. Get Stu to read Bible Black. We're gonna get Stu after he's done reading through the Bible to read the Apocrypha, or the books that didn't make it in from canon, where like, I think Daniel slays a dragon, and there's a bunch of other interesting stuff.
Oh
that
yeah,
happens.
Fate Apocrypha. I know that one.
Fate Apocrypha, yeah, that one.
Apocrypha.
He'd love
Yeah.
that. He'd love that one.
That's
then-
one with the
especially,
soulful, right?
yeah, he loves
in.
Stolfo.
And then
He'd
next
love a
season,
Stolfo.
and then next season, he's gonna read the Bible in the manga format. That'll be the
Then after that, he could do Bible Black.
yeah. Then he can do Bible Black. Play the jelly donut scene from Pokemon. What map am I on? What am I doing here? Oh, this one. I think I saved
your
it.
goal is to steal.
I think I saved it
and be a
after I
thief.
set up. Let me just double check. The rapia.
It looks like you did.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, you recruited Joshua. Good job.
I did recruit Joshua. You were here for that, weren't you?
I don't remember. I don't actually pay attention to what's happening when you're playing Fire Emblem because usually you're just losing.
It's true.
Yeah.
Big.
I just wait for it to. I would just wait for you to somehow figure out how to beat him. Like, oh,
I made it.
Yeah. Once about like a different battle prep screen appears, it's like, oh, we did it.
Hey, we're on a different level now.
It's
How'd
a
that
classic
happen?
Arrow Guro genre. Oh, I don't watch a lot of that anymore.
I don't watch Guro.
On a
I'm gonna be
daily
honest, Noda. I don't watch Guro.
I had
Oh,
my
definitely not.
what was it? What was the anime? Gantz. I had my Gantz phase that led me to some weird internet searches. But yeah, a lot of that it's like I don't want to watch that.
I'm not really into blood play and literally twisting people's arms off. That's not what I'm into.
The reviews for Bible Black, is there just a bunch of like jelly bean reviews for Bible Black? Or are you watching them elsewhere? Is it any good? It's good for porn. Well, some elements have definitely aged like milk. Compelling and sexy thriller with some interesting and bizarre ...
With some interesting.
The English dub,
Things.
though, is true. Gantz sounds crazy. Gantz is crazy. I hear the manga is even crazier than the anime, and the anime was like, wow, this is what edgy teen me wants. Like, oh, written reviews on My Anime List. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow, what happened to
You
you?
gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm playing Brawl Stars and a dude I literally suicide bomb killed 2 of the enemies on no revive mode, and they somehow pulled off a 1v3.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, 1v2, but still.
alrighty.
Got me fuming.
I'm gonna hold it up like this. What? A hentai with a plot? The world is coming to an end. Oh no, we're just watching Bible Black. Isn't that like what people say about hentais? Like, it actually has plot. Alright. There are a few masterpieces that leave their marks on people, especially in pornography. Who looks at a porno starring a porn star and says, "Good Lord and all his creations, this has transformed my soul and my knowledge of the world for the better"? None. Probably, but I can say that without a doubt, this hentai has left its mark on me. Quite literally, in fact. What do you mean? First time I encountered it was when I was a mere 12. No! Take sex and violence to a whole new level. There's more psychosis, stabbing, and dry-ass fucking in here than an average anime watcher would be able to cope with for the remainder of their lives. Yet, chillingly enough, you don't even notice that because the story is clever in justifying every immorality by victimizing the villains or otherwise coming up with some cool story, only to have said villains aggressively invade someone's rectum in the very next scene. Very, very clever. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start with the story. Bible... Wow. What? How much? Holy crap! They put a dissertation... You... They're just like, I got that post-nut clarity. They're like, I gotta go right. They just started
It's
typing.
been his favorite show since he was
This
12.
was 2015. They started writing this. Damn. I'm not about
9 points.
That's ridiculous. Okay. Hentai serious business. Apparently. What was there was one you wanted to watch. It's in share your content. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I wanted to see him simp for Ashura, but if the second episode is completely different, then I kind of don't want to.
I think the second episode is a lot better. It opens, like I said, with 3 different characters in a wagon. They're getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And it also talks a lot about the politics of the series.
Yeah, I was kind of more interested in just seeing some loser simp for a show that's shit, but yeah.
Yeah, it starts off telling a lot about politics, about like this kingdom had one of its cities declare independence, and the fact that they started building their own army, and they're looking for a champion.
Don't worry, I've got your back, Mike. He's got
Solo
episode
leveling.
1 of Ashura, and he says, "Stop whatever you're doing and go watch Ashura episode 1 and thank me later."
Thank you.
Here we go. Let's get that audio
Either
up
way,
here.
it's in the title. You know what I'm. Seriously, stop whatever you're doing and go watch Ishura. I think is how you
Does this guy's name sound different?
Is this A.H. Brandon?
A.H. Brandon, yeah.
say it. Either way, it's in the title. You know what
Ishura.
I'm talking about, because this first episode took me by surprise.
Is he like intentionally
This
doing a worse
isekai,
voice?
which, I mean, at first I was questioning if it even was, because they're talking about other
Interesting. Maybe it's his normal voice.
worlds coming to and from. I looked it up. It is confirmed to be an isekai. This is unlike anything else I think we're going to watch
Well,
this
let me
season.
look it
This
up.
was something that wasn't even on my radar, and then I started hearing a little bit of buzz about it. And honestly, out of everything I've seen this Wednesday, and Wednesdays are a pretty packed day. We have a Bones anime airing next week here. That's also a Wednesday show. This was my favorite.
Don't
Wednesday
cover
watch.
up your mouth when you're talking into a microphone. Come on, you've been doing this for far too long. You got too many subs to be doing something like that, A.H. Brandon.
Look, Blade, I don't know if you've like heard me before, but like this is just how I talk.
Sorry. 60,000 subs and does this like talking on the phone. Like, why would you do that to me? Go watch Ashura.
Very lame.
Tits. The Braille version of Bible Black is too.
Hands down. Now, I've only seen a few shows this season, so it's not going to mean too much as it stands. But right
Two.
now,
I was gonna
this
say,
was
like,
currently
nothing
my
came
favorite
out.
first episode. You have a world where the Demon King is seemingly defeated, and the story is all about people competing to seemingly be the strongest and fighting the strongest out there. And what we end up getting is a show that every 2 minutes was giving me a different vibe of something I've seen before. And we end with having this giant golem destroys an entire city. And this dude with a sword alone cuts it down and just is smiling as how many hundreds and thousands of people are dead and burning as this dude's just looking for his next fight. The main girl, I feel like wants to see him dead. I'm very unsure of if she's going to get twisted in the head and just
This was
wants
the
power
third
as
show to
well.
come out.
But she
This was the third to come out?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
one
this
of
was the
first
third
shows,
show to
yeah.
come out, so he's like hyping it up as the best he's seen this season so far, and it's the third show to come out. And that's assuming he watched Gushing Over Magical Girls before this.
You
The only
probably
anime
did.
you'll
Come on,
check out,
Sage
Noda-
Brandon. We want to assume bad
Yeah.
motive on all of his videos.
The only anime you'll probably check out
Look
for the
at
time
this
being
man.
is Dungeon Delicious. That a very fun one. I'm excited to see how it goes. It looks like just kind of a fun one to go through, where it's like, oh, very simple. Here's a new creature. Here's a food we made with it. Here's a new creature. Here's how it tastes. Here's how we made food out of it. Now with the section in the episode where they're actually like fighting the plant, I'm hoping they do get more like combat involved. I think that could elevate it beyond the typical like, oh, here's next food. Oh, here's next food. Yeah, I think it has potential, but it's going to be pretty upper mid or low high, however you want to refer to that. It's always scrawny white guys in glasses about get out of here.
witnessed her friend, love interest, I don't know what it is, get her arm and leg.
Oh, real quick, any anime
I'm
series
not
being
I'm not
hyped up
scrawny,
by
I'm
the anime.
stocky.
Stocky.
The fact he keeps saying, I don't even know what it is, like, Dude, did you not pay attention? It was pretty self-explanatory.
Are there any series being hyped up by the anime community at the moment? By the community, yes, and you shouldn't watch them. Don't watch Solo Leveling.
The
Don't-
anime community will tell you to watch any shonen series that comes out, and they're always wrong.
Yeah. Stop listening to them.
Actual good shows this season. Sign of Affection. I'm not
We
gonna
talked about
say.
Dungeon. I would
Yeah.
say Tis Time for Torture Princess is absolutely a good one.
Oh, definitely, that one is on there for sure.
And I would give
Um,
Chain Soldier as a good ecchi show.
Chain Soldier.
You mean to say gushing?
No,
No,
no, I don't ever mean to say that.
Fair enough.
I'll
That's
let you
just you,
know if
Michael.
Metallic Roche ends up going the way I think it will.
Yeah, and I have my hopes up for 7th time loop.
7th time loop. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I should watch Sengoku Yoko. 37 episodes. Wow, they got a hefty contract with that one.
yeah, I'm not quite done with the first
That's like a
episode
full-
yet.
Don't believe the hype. Sometimes believe the hype. Don't ignore hype. Just it's fine to feel some hype. Sometimes
Just
the
know
hype-
magical girls can go for a seat with Chris Handsome over there.
It's true. Handsome Chris.
Hiragi, can you sit down, please? Sit down over here, Hiragi.
I'm gonna keep these guys both over here for now.
Lieutenant, sit down.
We're under attack. It's true. You are getting attacked. Yes, keep attacking Seth. Keep missing Seth. And keep
Oh
getting
man,
eaten by
the little
Seth.
fox girl just pulled a Jonathan Joestar
Oh, nice.
and said
It
what
posed?
he was thinking,
Nice.
and then she kicked our like main character down a well.
That
Immediately.
whole trope that they do for Joseph is so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I attack anybody? No. You're not going in there. These guys can't get me though, right? Okay, Archer can. Let me wander in and wait, and then I'll just kind of roll forward with everybody else. Can this guy, okay. If you get into his thing, will he start, if I trigger him, will he then, like, start chasing us? Does that make sense? Is that how
Who?
magic works in the game? If I trigger the magician and, like, he can attack this spot, right? So if
Yeah.
I put my Pegasus here, just to tank a hit real quick, will he
Yeah.
then, like, activate and, like, come down to fight us?
I think so.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Maybe go fuck yourself.
Perhaps.
I should have brought an archer is what I should do.
And you could just let the axe guy run into Joshua.
Yeah.
He's gonna go attack him on the forest instead.
trade him out. But it do
Are you playing this on hard?
probably. Did you guys say hard is easy now?
But yeah, the hard mode of this is not hard at all.
The show felt like a better drawn Powerpuff Girls. We watched a very different Powerpuff Girls growing up. It didn't strike you as remotely sexual? What?
Hmm?
I'm gonna have to like strip your panties off and give you a good spanking and then see how you feel about it.
What? You must be talking about something else, guys.
He's gotta be. What is squirting? I don't know what squirting is. Age Brandon, take it away. I can't believe this.
Twisted off and ripped apart in front of her face, and it was one of the most savage intros I've seen in a long time. You have
Why would you
Attack
call
on
it
Titan vibe.
savage?
You know, because of the savagery involved.
Man, that was so savage. That
He
was
called
awesome.
it savage because the setting was Arabia, and he's racist.
Savage Arabia. Degenerate means
Savages,
gushing.
savages,
what I was
they're
thinking.
even human.
That's when
You're
you
just squirting over magical girls. God, makes me sick.
Why would you call it that? Disgusting.
You know,
I go by
gushing
the
isn't always a liquid flowing. You freaks.
It's
I
usually
go
how I
by
am when I'm
the
talking
direct
about.
translation, looking up to magical girls.
Does magic change? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Jesus, Iron.
Yeah,
The difference
that's
is
how I am. I'm
context.
gushing when I'm talking about skip and loafer. That's what gushing is.
Oh, you're not squirting over Skip and Loafer?
No, I'm not a woman.
Mmm.
Yeah, not all gushing is liquid. Squirting is always liquid, I think. Is it ever not?
I think it has to be, but yeah, no, gushing is referring to how much she likes magical girls. It's not referring to like
I
water.
went there.
I mean, it's a double entendre. Quite,
No, the
definitely.
direct trans
It
okay,
quite
the direct
definitionally is a double entendre.
that's true, but the direct translation is looking up to magical girls. So we know the actual meaning of it.
Yeah,
So
no, the title though. That's what they named it in the translation because they meant it as a double entendre specifically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, duh. Of course it is.
Degenerates
Mhm.
like you belong on a cross.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raider from Fallout.
Dude, if I'd never see
turn-
another Destiny clip, it'd be too soon. Fuck Destiny. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just such
You
a
hurt your
boring
feelings.
content
Destiny.
creator. Hey guys, I know I'm gonna upload like a stream clip that's an hour long about a certain topic, but like it's gonna be mostly me looking up shit on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's his the research streams. Hopefully now that he's done with the debate, that'll change.
Yeah, that's not research. Looking shit up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
How do you
That's
research
called-
you
things,
change-
Michael?
Do you do a difference between research and study?
Well, research would be actually knowing shit about a topic before you enter a debate. Otherwise, you're just looking shit up on the
What are you
fly.
ta- what are you talking about?
Wait a minute, what?
What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It's like research. You'd be looking stuff up before debate.
What else would looking it up be?
This isn't the same thing because that's not his.
I can do this.
I
can
don't know
survive
what
this.
your entire point is.
Yes. Go.
I'm saying I don't like Destiny.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
that's
like him.
not what. I don't understand why you're
Like-
bringing it to like him doing it during
No.
a debate. It's not like
Yeah,
connected.
no, I mean him specifically. Like the stuff he does during debates are just debate tactics. Like that's all he does.
Got it. Does it change your mind if you think about the fact that the debate was about a thing and like facts on the ground about the thing weren't actually discussed?
I don't know what debate you're referring to.
The
So you
Jan
might
6
just wanna
debate?
say-
Did you watch
I
it?
didn't see that debate.
Oh, okay.
I still like him in general because he makes shit like he does actual bare minimum research, and then just debate tactics his way through shit.
Gotcha. Like his Ricada talk?
Kinda.
Vanessa, you need
I
some
only
heals.
I can only watch so much of those. You know, just get tired.
Mm.
Like you guys are just kind of talking.
Yeah,
in circles.
exactly. Thank you, Nada, for realizing that one.
What's he saying?
Research is when you already know what you're looking up. Why would you look it up? Okay, let's spread everybody around here. Some people do. The reason I ask is because some people separate research and study, and that research is doing tests and analyzing in a way to figure out an answer to something. And study is basically looking at the research of like, oh, people have found this or learned this, and this is what we know to be true. Like, you could research gravity by putting masses in a room and seeing how they move, or you could study that we know that gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared on Earth. So there is a subtle difference there, and I think it's nice to make the difference, but it's a little pedantic to try to make the difference. But some people do. Some people do.
I mean, it's mostly pedantic because you know what he's doing in terms of the fact that he's trying to learn more information about something.
yeah, you're just trying to learn
When
more
we're
info.
talking about his research, quote unquote, streams where he's looking up stuff on Wikipedia and reading about what other people said about the situation.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's looking shit up on Wikipedia.
Where are you gonna look it up?
And also articles and the video evidence. Like,
Yeah, where are you gonna look it up, Michael?
where else do you go?
The internet. Look
Yeah,
up on
no
the-
shit. Like that's exactly the same thing. I'd probably put it on the non-forested tile, and that brings it out farther.
The non-for to bait him.
Yeah,
out
to
this
bring
way.
the mage out farther. Yeah,
Okay, and I can.
because that's gonna tank everything.
I'll have no problem with the ballista. So like research is doing a hands-on experiment. Study is referring to others' research. Yeah, that's what I've heard as far as like if you want a hard definition, but I don't know that it's like necessarily important to divide the two. Unless someone's like, I'm a researcher, and all they do is look stuff up online all the time. It's like, you're not a researcher.
No, yeah.
That's not a thing.
Destiny wouldn't call himself that either.
And they're
Like he
distrusting
calls
Big
them
Wiki.
research streams because he likes the way that sounds better, is what I assume, instead of study streams.
True. Now, if you
Also, I
want
like Sengoku Yoku. It's a cute little show.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
I was hoping that one would be good. Oh, wait, no, I'll put this guy up here. That'll keep him safe from that.
And now my list looks a lot more balanced because I put Hokkaido Girls and Sengoku Yoku at 6 as well.
Oh, there you go. Balance is what we needed, was 2 6s and no 9s.
Yeah, the no not I didn't put anything at a 9 yet.
Dude, they're missing. They're missing. He's not even on a tree.
I know, that's why I said that he's gonna be able to do everything.
He's just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, put him on a tree because that's just way safer.
Steel.
I think
That.
both are pretty safe.
You think he can dodge the thing?
I don't even think he needs to dodge it because you can just kill the mage and then kind of block it.
I'd probably just use Iron Lance. Get his Lance rank up, max that out.
Max the lance.
Yeah, I
Brings
think
up
I
the
watched
initial-
all the shows that are out now.
That's worse than Wikipedia because you can always click citations at the bottom of the Wikipedia page. Wait, which part was worse? Going to articles and videos?
Michael is still brainwashed by the public educational system and their distrust of Big Wiki.
It's true. They do distrust Big Wiki.
Wiki, 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 wiki.
Wiki, 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 woo.
Now just don't get your Pegasus shot.
I'm leaving the Pegasus out of range.
No! No!
Oh yeah, the way that
Yeah, Colm's definitely dead.
is he?
He's definitely dead.
How'd that guy get over there?
He walked around, Seth.
Oh,
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, the Swedish Ezra Miller was pretty funny looking. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
live.
he missed.
He only had like
What
a
is this
30%
freeze
chance
frame?
to hit, but you know, it still could happen.
What is this freeze frame?
Apparently, there's a college football player called excuse me, called Fat Watts.
Fat
With a
Watts?
PH. Fat
Hold on.
Watts.
TTS.
Yeah.
Oh, Fat Watts, football player. That's the 2022 roster.
Who named their kids Fat?
6 foot, 195.
Yeah, that guy's going places.
The brother of Deuce Watts.
What position he play?
Wide receiver.
I always love the football players, like when they say what college they went to.
Deuce Watts.
Fat
Georgia.
Watts, Tulane Green Wave.
Oh yeah, Fat Watts. Tulane Green Wave.
One of the best. Oh god, Key and Peele sketches.
TJ Hushmanzada. Oregon State.
Albert Brad! Florida University.
Kanye West, the Dixie Chicks.
There's one called No, there's not. Clinton Dix. Nothing is better than Dick Trickle though. Like you gotta keep working until somebody finally beats Dick Trickle as far as the best name in sports.
DeBrickshaw Ferguson.
That's such a good one.
That's a real guy.
That's a real person.
Yeah, DeBrickshaw Ferguson's a real player, and he's really good too. He's like one of the best, probably one of the best tackles of his
Always
like
was so
career.
different back in the day.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Stats, alongside Jeff Worthing, and welcome to the.
Let's meet the players from the East.
I can tell you which of these guys were actually the real ones because they used a number of real ones here.
Marcus Williams, University of Georgia.
T.J. Jackson, Wayne State University.
Javarius Smith King, Merrimack College.
Tavariousness. Like,
There's actually a
Alan?
player that's pretty close to that.
I love that they have a different hair on each one, and they also give like the profile shot like faded in the background.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's so
there's
well
a
done.
tackle called Guy Whimper as well. I remember.
Guy
him.
Whimpers.
Guy Whimper.
Why would you do that?
Peerless
Cowboys,
Price. That was the
Smoochie Wallace.
nickname though.
University of Miami.
Desquarius Green Jr., University of Notre Dame.
His little face.
Ibrahim Moises, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
University of Tennessee of Chattanooga. Like, why specify?
Well, because University of Tennessee at Chattanooga is not Tennessee. Tennessee is a different school. There's a school that's just called Tennessee because they're actual big league team. They're in the SEC.
Why would you read this name? Jack Marius Tech Theratrix.
Jack Marius Tech Theratrix.
Jack Marius Tack Theratrix, Michigan State
It's a
University.
little lispy.
Isaiah T. Billings Clyde, Coastal Carolina University.
The Jasper Probencrux III, South Carolina State University.
Lee Oz Maxwell Jr., East Carolina University.
Javaris and Lamar,
We're
University
gonna
of
go to
Middle
the
Tennessee.
That guy isn't real.
Wayne Shower Handle.
Divine Shower
University of Southern
Handle.
Mississippi.
Hingle McCringleberry, Penn State University.
Ingleman Kringleberry.
University of Missouri, Columbia.
Dan Smith, BYU.
Oh.
So you want a couple of others? There's a guy who's nicknamed Pork Chop Womack.
Pork Chop Womack?
Richie Incognito.
No. Someone's name is Incognito?
Buzz Nutter. He was the center for Johnny Unitas.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Buzz Nutter. That's probably the best one
Barkevius
so far.
Mingo.
That's a made up name.
That's real. No,
I mean, all
these are
names are made up by somebody.
Dick
but...
Butkus, of course. You gotta
Dick
remember Dick
Butkus, yep.
Butkus. Quentin Jammer.
Oh, that was fully intentional. That's Key and
Atari
Peele tits
Big
and ray guns.
B. Atari Big B. Bakari Rambo.
I want to see Buzz Nutter and Dick Trickle go at it.
Zoltan Mesko.
Zoltan, like the fortune-telling robot?
Yeah, it's
Or
not,
no,
it's
Zoltar,
not Star
sorry.
Wars. It's Zoltan Mesko.
Got it. Where is Rusty Shackelford? Throwing pocket sand is what Rusty's doing. Dink. Dude, this thing has been laid impotent before my forces.
Coach Weeb Eubank.
What?
His name was Wilbur Charles Eubank, and then he was nicknamed Weeb.
Not Billy Bank. Could have. What a weird. What a world we live in. Maybe people shouldn't be allowed to choose the name of their
Frosty
children.
Rucker.
Frosty Rucker? That's inappropriate. That's not me
Frosty
saying.
Rucker. Kari Blassingame. LaVisca Chenault.
Laviscus?
LaVisca Chenault.
What is that one
There's a guy
making
called
me-
Lil Jordan. Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan Humphrey. How can you get a
Yeah.
Lil in your real name?
Quintoros Jones. I forgot. I know that go. Oh yeah, it's Julio. Yeah, it's Julio Jones. Like I know he goes by a different name.
Julio.
Oh yeah, and Tua Tungavailoa. His like first name is like insane because he's Hawaiian.
Yeah, that sounded very. I was gonna say Samoan, but
Yeah.
Hawaiian's right up there. Yay, more magic.
Cameron Cheeseman.
Cheeseman? What?
Oh yeah, and there's Hashan, also known as Haha Clinton Dix.
Ha ha, Clinton Dix.
Yeah, that's
When-
how that's
When
his
Jemmy
name.
said Clinton Dix, I was like, that's funny. But the fact
Yeah.
that the other name is ha ha.
Yeah, he just goes by Haha.
I'm ha ha.
Kalavon Chasen.
Is that a euphemism?
Yannick Ngakwe, actually.
Ngwakwe?
Leighton Vander Esch. That's the one white guy on this list.
There you go. That why
Ndamukong
was okay?
Suh.
Why was that meme going around? That was like the white versus blacks football game.
Oh, what do you mean? Like for the
Like
Madden?
there were a bunch of shorts and a bunch of like tweets that were like, all right, the white team is gonna have all this, the black team is gonna have all of these players, and they were like making like in professional football, I guess, like who would win if we segregated the sport?
Probably black guys because they have just so many more players. There's just a lot more.
I'm trying to remember. There was one.
The offensive
position
line
that
wouldn't
none
have
of
an
the black
issue for either
teams-
team. Cornerbacks, there are no white
Cornerback.
cornerbacks.
That's what it is.
There are no white cornerbacks.
What does a
I don't think
cornerback even do?
Cornerback covers wide receivers on the outside. They have to be fast and they have to be able to read the receiver and make fast twitch adjustments.
Gotcha.
So it's extremely hard to play.
Yeah, Twitch
You can get
can't
white
make those
players almost
adjustments
every
either.
position except that. Like there's plenty of big white D line guys. There's plenty of big white O line guys, white
Oh,
and black
there's some-
quarterbacks, everything.
White people get.
There's not that many
real
white
thick.
receivers, but most of the white people that could play cornerback play receiver.
Gotcha. Wonder why that would be.
Because I don't know, just grow up doing that.
Right. Yeah. I would assume it would just be like, hey, you go do this, or like you're this speed, so this is your position. But I wonder why. It
Yeah,
leans more
pretty much
towards
any
receiver
guy.
than cornerback.
Like the thing is, white guys just usually aren't as fast. Even if they can play receiver, they're usually not like the fastest guys out there. Like some of the fastest like white guys you'd ever see, like Christian McCaffrey or Jordy Nelson. Those guys are huge anomalies. And usually, even like the greatest like white players at like the skill positions like that, they usually aren't there because they're the fastest guy on the field. Yeah, black guys are by and large just faster. And if you play safety, you don't have to be as fast. That's why there are white safeties. And you'll sometimes see those guys play the nickelback position basically as their third corner. But
the nickelback position.
yeah, it's basically the third corner that plays exclusively inside. Basically, he's a small linebacker.
Oh, here
That's-
we go. Richard
Yeah, Rashard Mendenhall, he was a Steeler.
He tweeted, "I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all black versus all white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your goat."
Rashard Mendenhall cost the Steelers a playoff game personally. Like his poor play cost them a game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Let's bring up some other names. Durham Smythe. Muhammad Ali Cox. Laramie Tunsil.
All right. Here we
Laurent
go. Here-
Duvernay Tardif.
I think this is a breakdown of how the game would go.
Oh, he mentioned there should be an all white versus all black football game to just kind of settle the score. I said, look, I feel you, Richard, but don't sleep on that all white roster. See, this is a problem when people start to get ahead of themselves. Because that all white offense, if they come out in 12 personnel, it could get shaky. They come out in 12 personnel. That's one running back, two tight ends. Really think about it for a second. You got Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, they have the
running back,
best
he's
tight
beast.
ends. Yeah,
George
they have the
Kittle,
best
Travis
tight
Kelsey.
ends.
They'll be on the outsides. Then the offensive line is going to be stout. Lane Johnson at right tackle.
Oh,
Zach
yeah,
Martin
offensive
on
line,
right
no
guard.
issues.
Quentin Nelson
Probably
on
the
left
best
guard.
offensive line in
Center
the
Jason
league.
Kelsey. Left tackle, couple options to choose from. Out wide, you got Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown winner. Then
Yeah.
you got to figure out who's going to be your number 2 receiver. I would say Adam Thielen. But again, If you want
No, it
to
would
get
be
Jake Ferguson or
Thielen.
Sam Laporta, go 13 personnel, 14 personnel.
Yeah, we're getting
2 tight
Sam
end sets, 4
Laporta.
tight end sets. That might be all right. Defensive.
This is just jargon for me, but I love how you're like, oh yeah, that would be, oh no, yep, oh, that would be a solid tight end. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Straight up, there's so many great white tight ends right now. You have
great white
yeah,
tight ends like sharks in a pond.
they look as big as great whites. Kittle.
The only
Kelsey,
one I know
and
is Travis
Laporta.
Kelsey because
all those guys
of
are
him and
crazy.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, all those guys are like top tier of the position. They all might make the Hall of Fame.
Kill's
Really?
All three of those guys might be Hall of Fame players. Both Kittle and Kelsey probably already are.
The
And
tightest
then
defense.
Sam Laporta is looking like he could be that kind of guy. And then the fourth guy, you probably got somebody like T.J. Hawkinson, who's not even bad at all.
Dude,
You run
TJ
him in
Hawks
there.
got it.
T.J. Hawkinson, you bring him in.
I love it. I have like no idea.
So what you're
I just hear
saying
names.
is it'd be the strongest defense
I like
against
these with
the
tight
strongest
ends.
offense.
Actually, like the defense, the main issue is just the cornerbacks. There's plenty of good white players at other positions. I probably have to think about it some to put together the all best white team, but it could easily match up against the best all black team. I think all black team is just going to be better simply because of corners, though.
Gotcha.
I think just that one weakness is too much.
Defensively, that all white squad, they can rush the passer now. Nick Bosa, Max Crosby,
TJ Watt.
Joey Bosa, TJ Watt,
Yeah.
linebacker, Matt Milano. He's a dog. He's a
also, there's
Actually,
a
almost all the best linebackers are white. It's actually another thing. Almost all the best linebackers are white. They have like the one guy to break that up is Fred Warner for the Niners.
is there an actual like card carrying KKK football player?
No.
People act like this one guy is, and everyone's like, y'all think this
Rodgers.
game will go well until so and so joins. It's like a B name.
I
No
don't know.
idea. Maybe he says it in the end of this one.
We'll see.
Italian, but I think he counts. He's a dog, though.
Play.
He's Italian. I
The
don't think he
linebacker,
counts.
Josie Jewell. You got some guys.
Josie
got
Jewell.
some guys. Jack Campbell. You got some guys. It's
Oh man,
safety.
Jack Campbell's good.
Reed Blankenship. I mean, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to step up. And
I don't think
Harrison
Reed
Smith, the other
Blankenship would
safety,
make the team.
Harrison Smith will be strong. Reed Blankenship will be free. He'll just have to man the post. A cornerback. A cornerback. At cornerback. You're in trouble. There's no way around it. You're in trouble. Cornerback, you're in a dilemma. At cornerback, the all-white squad is in a dilemma. Now, here's what I'm thinking.
You're gonna have to run out wide
I would
receivers.
probably play Adam Thielen both ways. And I'd probably take Watson. I think Justin Watson from Kansas City. He's a 4-4 guy. I'd put him at the other corner. Tell him to hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on, okay? Just back up, hold on. Sit there in a cover 2 zone, maybe a cover 4, maybe a drop 8. And just pray that TJ, Max Crosby, and Bosa get there.
Yeah, you
Defensive
probably
tackle,
have to play
also in a
hard
bind.
coverage.
In a bind. Again, I'm just being honest. The all-white squad is in a bind.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Drop 8 is probably
They
the
can
only
run
option.
the ball on offense, milk the clock a little bit. Then defense, just don't give up the big play. It's hard. Tyreek Hill's out there. I feel you, Rashard. I do feel you, Rashard. This all-white, all-black game will be good. But got to find a way to make sure they don't kick field goals and win by 3.
Because there's no black kickers, as I understand now.
No, there aren't any black kickers. They have to get touchdowns. They don't have any black kickers. That is true. There are Asian kickers. There's like 2 Asian kickers.
It has to be drop 8 the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, they have some of the best passers just straight up. Maybe we get JJ Watt out of retirement for this one.
JJ Watt.
Yeah, TJ Watt's brother. He was an all-time defensive player. Hall of
Can the
Famer.
whites just recruit Michael Vick?
Oh, and
They
isn't there
wouldn't
someone
want
who's
Michael
half?
Vick. Michael Vick is not it.
There was another one that popped up in my feed that was like they were arguing over who gets which person who's half.
Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah, he has to play half of the game on one side and he has to switch at halftime.
Well, I think as long as the whites have him for at least.
No, he's
half.
mixed race. He's got to sit out. If he's like 2 mixed race, like Mahomes, he's got to sit out. You can't play.
Jamie, play the racial draft. Yeah, the
You know, with how often.
and the blacks will take Michael. That's one of the best Key and Peele skits.
The Edmonds brothers, Tremaine, Terrell, and Trey, go by their middle names. Their first names are Fazan, Fedarius, and Farrell.
Farrell?
Or Farrell, sorry.
Oh.
Pharrell. Oh no, it's a trap.
Vic's too old.
Oh, I forgot one of the best cornerback names of all time. Captain Munnerlin. Oh wait, was there actually a guy named Happy Feller? I forgot. I think he was an older. Yeah, he's an older guy.
Oh, it's a Chappelle one, not a.
Yeah, that's Chappelle.
Stage there are the various representatives, and believe it or not, the blacks have actually won the first pick.
Wow, that's the first lottery a black person's won in a long time, Billy.
Yes, and they'll probably still complain.
Man, fuck you.
Man, fuck you. I love how easy it is.
The microphone.
No surprises there. No surprises there. The richest and most dominant athlete in the world. His father, black. His mother, Thai. Well, it doesn't matter anymore because now he is officially black. Dave, the Asians have got to be upset.
There's no question about that.
I love that their sign says "Me Chinese." Oh, Tiger Woods is now 100% black.
Star Ludalele, Young Ho Koo,
Oh,
and
here come
Boogie
the
Basham.
Jews. Why don't we take a look downstairs?
Downstairs in the tunnels? I mean, this was years before that. This was 6 years ago.
Today, we, the Jewish people, take Lenny Kravitz.
Wow, it's a surprise move. The Jews picked Lenny Kravitz, folks.
He's actually half black and half Jewish. His mother was on The Jeffersons, a pivotal show in black culture, and his father, a Jew, was her lawyer.
I love that whole thing.
Rock Yassin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jim Bob Cooter. Can't forget about him.
Jim Bob Cooter.
He's actually a coach, but you know, we'll ignore that.
View map. Okay.
Oh, so he doesn't count.
Yeah, he can be the coach.
The
No,
Cooter
Blake
coach.
skipped the story. Now he doesn't know that Orson has betrayed him.
Amon Ra,
Betrayal.
Julian, Heru, J, St. Brown.
Who betrayed me?
Orson. betrayed you.
Betrayal.
Look at the boss.
Betrayed.
It's not actually
me.
Orson, by the way. It's his underling.
Torado.
Betrayal.
Who's Orson?
Yeah, Orson is.
Orson was
fucking-
with you on Ephraim's map.
Oh, I don't care about him, I guess.
Yeah, he's currently fucking his dead wife.
Oh, gross.
Just like
it is
Corn
gross.
Elder.
Do I need to... If I just bring a key... Do I have a key and a chest key? Hold on.
Probably not.
No, you
One
gotta
of
use a
them?
thief. Yeah, the thief is gonna have time to go between both chests.
Do one of them
Yeah.
have a key?
No, it's only the
They
thief.
probably do
You
have
have to
to.
bring the thief if you want the chest.
Oh, wait, I need to do this. Are you sure?
They
There's,
probably.
as I
there's a
remember,
door
yeah.
key. So that
Mhm.
guy's got a door key. Okay.
Yes.
Whoops.
Yes.
Um,
Aren't the chests in like a straight line from each other?
Yeah, they're on opposite sides of the map.
just a door key. Okay. Just a door key. Got it.
Yeah, the other
There
one has a
might
breakable
be a-
wall.
Yeah. Yeah, you should just run up to it.
Which one has a breakable wall? What are you talking about?
On the opposite side of the map.
Oh, these two chests?
Yeah, that. I mean, of
this
course, the
wall
door is
breaks?
locked, but yeah, you can break that. Yeah.
Okay. That's easy enough.
So yeah, once you run the thief to one chest, you can just run him across to the other.
And I'm guessing this guy has a key
Mhm.
too. Why do I keep hitting that button?
I think there's only one key,
Go
unless there.
Yeah, there's only one key. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thief it is. Also, no flyer. You're not useful in this map.
Yeah, you don't need to bring her here.
Back. Let's continue.
Why the hell
I mean,
is
at
the
this
entire
rate, you
world
might just use
erupting and
Torrent.
getting crushed, and then they cut to normal scenes, and we're waiting for that big moment to
Oh, we're
happen,
talking
similar to
Age-
the colossal thing
Age Brand.
appearing above the wall in the first
Yep.
episode of that. You have aesthetically, sometimes it kind of gave me Arslan Senki vibes with the character designs.
Arslan
At other points, I'm like,
Senki?
actually, it kind of gives me
Really?
Random Sense Spellblades vibes. Like every moment, I'm like, am I?
Oh,
watching
that's a great-
Decadence?
that's
Am
not a
I
great
in
show.
Final Fantasy.
7 Spellblades. I love it when my shows I get played 7 compared to 7
Did
Spellblades.
A.H. Brandon like 7 Spellblades?
You
Apparently.
must have liked it, yeah.
Oh, and he calls the Metallic Rouge Carolyn Tuesday meets Blade Runner. Just because the guy was like an episode director doesn't really make it feel like Carolyn Tuesday.
I wouldn't say it did either.
He looks a lot like Sunday.
Sunday. Only second stream I've watched, you guys cast a wide net when it comes to topics. Thank you. Just wait till we get on Formula One or.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Don't wait for that.
Anything else?
Yeah, and then there's no width to it at all. It's just the one topic all day.
Just that one. Just that one. Rally racing. Food trucks. Oh, I didn't pass today. I said it in the Discord, but the truck did not pass L&I. However, the list is like 5 things, 2 of which I paid someone else to do, so I can go back and be like, bitch, fix it. 2 of which are like pretty straightforward, and then 1 of which is ordering a part that hopefully isn't too annoying.
Tell me that these 2 are not the same person.
Okay. Let's see.
USAA.
I'm trusting you by putting this video over here.
No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me. Huh. Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you. I'll check it out.
I'm pretty sure the difference here is the fact that Sunday has much brighter lights that he cannot look into.
Look at this game.
So today at Among Us, our job is to not be homeless.
He's saying he looks like this guy.
I mean, missing the glasses. We got the bro cap. I need to see Sunday's hair.
I would assume
it's
the same.
Oh, he also has he doesn't have as much of a receding hairline, I don't think.
But it is pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's like the same.
Dream show be rally racing hentai, but there's one out there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a hentai. It could just be like actual dirt rally. That would be cool. Because then you could work an entire show based on the navigator and the driver, like getting along and communicating well, and like maybe you have some fallout. They change drivers. Like there's 1,000 storylines when it.
Okay,
comes
new
to
idea. You have dirt rally, but at the end, when everybody gets to their rally destination, it's a mud brawl with women in bikinis.
Ooh, I like it. I like where your head's at.
You could have a show that plays like a 2-minute, like has a 2-minute flash forward at the beginning of the series. And then every episode, it plays an extra minute of that scene as they're just progressing through it. So that you're going to have like an hour of just filler.
Gotcha. Hour of filler sounds not great. But I like where your head's at. I like that you're thinking about it.
I could have read Naruto.
What does this thing do? For Knights and Cavaliers? Oh, so I give this to my... Ooh, who's gonna get it? Should I give it to the horse guy or should I give it to Gilliam? Ooh. Gilliam's a knight, right?
Yeah.
That counts. And he's got lock picks and a door key. And what did you guys say the energy ring does?
Strength or magic.
It's straight up
Increases
just gives you
mag
more
or
damage.
strength by 2 points.
Plus 2 damage, just straight up.
Okay, so I should give that to Seth to make him even crazier.
Seth doesn't need it at all. I'd probably give it to whichever other unit I like a lot.
I like Gilliam.
Oh, I guess, okay. Gilliam and Garcia are going to cap strength. If you like Joshua, if you like Franz.
Okay,
if you like Erica.
I guess if you really like Erica, yeah, you can give it to her.
I mean, I guess I'm using Erica, but
you don't
I'd like her
need
not to die.
Yeah, Franz, both of the other Cavaliers are going to be options as well because you're going to be getting them after this map.
But neither of them are very good.
They're both like basically the same as Franz. They're very
Franz
very
is
similar.
just better. Exclusively better.
I guess. Franz is better. Okay. Franz gets it. Because last time I feel like I didn't use any of these specialty things, and I just like waited to the end, and it was like, oh, well. So that's for archers, that's for that, that's for that. I don't have anything else.
One Piece is not 1,000 episodes of filler. What the fuck?
Get ready. Get ready, tits. Hold on to your tits and ray guns.
Didn't you guys hear Otis said that you could like skip to the newest arc of One Piece so that you could finish it with everyone? That means everything before that was filler.
Is that what that means? It doesn't mean that you've just written a story in such a way that you can actually like kind of get to know the characters even though you're towards the end?
Yeah.
That feels like good character writing to me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's a character. They're gonna speak, and it's not gonna be jargony, and you're not gonna be confused by what they say.
I actually have no idea why he said that, because like it's not true. You should
Is it
not
not
skip
true?
to the end. You
What
should
if I
not
do?
skip to where he said.
What if I do?
If you
I'll do it.
please don't. You're gonna get like
Wait, is
you're
this the
gonna get
manga he
like
told me to skip ahead to, or the anime?
either.
Okay. So I haven't
Just
started
after the
either.
most recent arc. You skip to like the Egghead Island arc.
Mm. When is
And
that
then you're
getting
just
animated?
I think it's already been started to get animated. I'm not sure. I'm not actually caught up with the anime. I'm only caught up with the manga. And you're just gonna get like
teaser.
backstory and shit like that.
Egghead arc on anime, r/One Piece. What do we got? Right now the anime is 3 to 4 months behind.
All right.
That was a month ago, so we'll see.
And so they should like just be starting Egghead Island. Sounds like.
Egghead. It's a funny name of the island.
See, boss.
The dude's head
fight?
was very
I don't-
big.
Very egg-like. Little
Yeah.
humpity dumpity.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Do I just take this guy? Oh. Oh. He has a very low hit on me, though, so I'll be okay.
No, but I want more. Now, full live reaction to episode 1 is over on my Patreon. This has been a very
Patreon.
pleasant surprise for me. I knew very little about it other than a couple of people saying it was actually one of their more anticipated. I saw a couple of creators talk about how like, oh, I'm actually quite excited for this. And I'm like, really? Like, okay. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff coming out, so it's easy to overlook. And the poster image for this one didn't really leave a lot to be desired. It was just like, oh, it's a generic action show of the season. I'm not really thinking too much of it. But I was completely mistaken. The music is fire. The production, I'm honestly impressed by it. There is so much room for messy 3D, just blended in horribly. I mean, we're fighting these robotic golems, which are very cool to look at. They don't really seem like something that feels familiar to another show. Like, on one hand, it kind of gives me Nier Automata vibes, but also, like, a Decadence vibe in terms of the animatronic robot side of things. But it still feels unique through and through. You have something that's like
Why?
the
Grab an iron one.
size
Dang
of,
it.
I don't know, like a CN tower.
What
or
about
something.
this
thing was
feels
giant.
unique?
Yeah.
Large robot.
He's like, it's unique. Just like everything else. Like, why are you listing off all of the things that it's just like if it's unique?
It did look nice, but at the same time, it was just the intro to Xenoblade 1.
Gotcha.
Until Sword Guy showed up.
Until Swordman. Till Saul Swordman
Yeah, then it was
showed
no
up.
longer Xenoblade.
Sorted his Sauls all over the place, you know.
And then I whipped out my katana.
And then out came my cock. What?
And there was so much 3D with that, and it was blended seamlessly.
Oh,
The
no.
location
Age
was
of
on fire,
Empires.
so you have this like kind of red
Oh,
tinged
yeah?
glow to it. You are in a dark scene because it's nighttime. So the way they textured and stylized it blends in very seamlessly. And honestly, the movements of this thing, just seeing our boy was basically fighting like he was in Attack on Titan with maneuver gear. He was doing Levi maneuvers without maneuver gear.
Guys,
doing
he
it
just like
with
Levi.
his shoes
But
and
it's
a
so
sword.
unique.
And I
It's
have
so
no idea
unique.
how he managed this, but I am so interested because he clearly is one of the people who comes from another world. This girl is very
Clearly.
confused on
They
where he
literally
comes
say
from,
he's a
how he can just be
traveler.
so casual,
Multiple
but she
times.
seemingly is going along with the flow. Hey, I'll take you to the city. Yes, thank you. You made me free. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. At a moment's notice, she might stab this boy in the back. At the same time, she might end up really enjoying the craziness of all this. I have no idea where they're going with it, but it is one hell of a hook. There's basically two things that made this episode so exciting. One was the action, which, if it's just an action-oriented episode, while of course you're going to have fun if you are an action junkie like me, but the thing is what's going to really keep you there in the long run.
I forgot about Kyle. Why? What do we do with Kyle? You have a stream muted because you're currently on another stream. You guys are still gonna be going a while. Probably until 10:30.
Leon, you like trash shows. You can't even hear me say that, bitch.
It's true. You are muted right now.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the big hook for me? It's the world. I am fascinated. From moment one, I was looking at, I was like, is this a
Just
futuristic
fucking
setting?
play
Is this an
Xenoblade.
ancient setting?
Damn.
Is it a mix of both? Every time I saw more about the character designs, the location designs, the mechanical side of things, I just wanted to learn more about. It's almost as if they literally took technology and things from other worlds and has been implemented in here. Think of something like Eminence and Shadow, where like the ideas from Sid's original world then get incorporated into this fantasy world. It's almost like that, but just sped up or something. I don't know, but it's really fascinating. The idea that
You know the other show that's really good? It's like that one. I mean, it's totally unique, guys. Totally unique.
It's totally unique. It felt like 15 different shows in one episode.
Yeah, this is there's a lot of stuff he's saying right now. I should run up there because I've got the arm. Oh, not there. The armor slayer. Boom, boom, pop.
You know, what should be a world that's full of peace and prosperity now that their big evil is gone is apparently just going to be savage and crazy. And they tease a shit ton of characters that all look like badasses, all look like they could be the final boss or the main character in any show if they wanted to be. And I expect we're going to fight a handful of those at some point throughout the run. And I really don't know where the characterization is going to go. All I know is a girl who was seemingly very lovey-dovey, friendly with whoever this was to her. The fact that after seeing her get her, and it was brutal. It wasn't just a rip and a blood splatter. They twisted that arm and ripped it. You saw the tendon, and I'm like, no, man. I was shooketh from that. And it just kept...
Soy boy can't handle blood and
If you say
out.
shooketh, you should be put down.
He was shooketh by the visuals. Bro, you haven't watched anime till you seen rib cages with the spinal fluids pouring out as the entrails are pulled forth by a freaking Guyver, okay? Talk to me about this shook. I'm shook by this. Fucking hell you were.
Kept getting worse before it got better. And I don't even know if we can say it got better because everything's destroyed and we're just left with nothing. What a hell of a way to kickstart.
Oh yeah, the city's completely gone. Everybody's dead.
Aren't even gonna know exists. I think Hulu/Disney.
Yeah,
has
that's
the
what they
streaming for
said in the
this
second
one,
episode. The
so
city's
that's where
gone.
it is available legally if you're into that. Otherwise,
if you're into legal stuff, you know.
Life for me. But this one, I feel like potentially could go very slept on because it's maybe not on a Crunchyroll, so it's not as front page for a lot of people. But I think with the insanity of this first episode, we have a decent shot.
What'd you say?
It was boring. Can't say
it was
very
boring. Good. This reminds me of your grandmother setting you up on a date. She has a face like Betty Davis and a bit like Myrna. Sorry, Grandma.
If we enjoy it, to promote this show and get it buzzing, because I really want to see this one flourish, because this was insane. The production had no right to be as good as it was, but it was insane. Passion delivered, and honestly, right now anyway, this is my first day watching new anime for this season, and this is my current #1. I can't wait to see where it goes.
It's my #1 out of 3 shows. It's so good.
My first show of the season is my #1 show of the season. #2 will surprise you as well, but stay forward for a gushing review. like, what do you mean?
Why do you watch this guy, Alex? Like, you genuinely post this guy's clips all the time.
Does he?
At some point, I don't
he
think
posts this guy's
watches
video
them.
every week.
I feel like he doesn't watch them. I feel like he just uploads something.
Just watch something.
I mean, he reposts.
Yeah. Like, he
Things are gonna
reposts
change.
chibi
We're getting-
reviews, and I hate chibi. They're very annoying.
I don't like what they like. They're annoying on Twitter, but I don't know any of their actual review stances.
I will say same, but at some point I'm like annoyed with them enough on Twitter that I don't want to see their videos.
Yeah. Oh, I know. The Lolly and Destiny were retweeting at each other.
Yeah.
That's why you were talking about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, my man must have me stan him.
Yeah.
That's a little hard time there.
I'm out here like Stan from that one song.
Hard stan. Hey, Em, can you hear me when I write?
Getting the ball moving. There's a lot of great stuff this season, but this is one I will not be sleeping on, and I hope no one does either. I mean, I'm honestly just like, I feel like the soundtrack too is something I'm not going to be opposed to listening to, because like the music was good, man. It had me bobbing. I'm a rock guy. I'm a rock metal guy, and just like it had
I don't
that
believe you.
Name a rock band. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Queen.
I'm gonna say...
Queen's a rock band, right? I'd
How
say
about
they count.
Kiss? How about Kiss? Do Kiss count? How about Ubermensch?
What's your go-to top 5?
Does German death metal count?
What would Sabaton count as? Do they count as just a rock?
Are they more hardcore? I actually don't know.
I guess maybe
keep
you
Michael
just call
Jackson?
them. Would you call them metal then? You think? I don't know. I don't really care about like.
Can I
I
pick the
don't care about
Jackson 5?
terminology for music, really. I honestly think
they are
good.
power metal according to their
Okay.
wiki.
Okay, I guess.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
that's
I
fine.
didn't do proper research to tell you that they were power metal.
You only looked on a wiki.
I only read the wiki page.
Yeah, like just generally referring to them as metal sounds fine to me.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think good music critique is some of the most difficult thing to do.
Oh, so much. Because, like you can get into music critique where you're literally the nitty-gritty of, like, everybody's measures, their beats. Like, are they staying on tempo? Are they changing it on purpose? Are we working within a chord that makes sense? Are they adding in a 7 or a 9 that, like, doesn't add up? And, like, you get so deep into these weeds that you're like, I don't know if I care anymore.
I posted a complaint about this on the Discord, like that people that listen to music like as a job are the worst kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate
Fantano.
It was Brad Does Music and Fantano. I saw Brad Does Music video because it popped up on my feed about like Calliope Mori. And I don't like some of her songs. I like some of them. What I like a lot about her is the fact she usually talks about what she knows, which is just being a creator of content and stuff like that.
Artist.
That's generally what she talks about, and that's why I like her music. Usually I don't care for the music itself that much. The ones I do care for, like musically, are the songs I actually do like. And listening to him, Brad Does Music, try to critique it, is he had no critique whatsoever to give. He's like, what's this line about? It's like, you work so hard, blah, blah, blah. And it was just a bunch of garbage. It's like, how does somebody listen to this guy as a serious music critic?
Yeah, shut it!
Like, if you can't even give the most bottom of the barrel level of being a critique, even, I don't even know how you define yourself that way. It's just really strange to me.
Calling Sabaton power metal is a bit of a stretch. I mean, are they guitar takes flight at the same time that they're chug chug squealing, or like what? I mean, are they or are they not? How do you define power metal versus like metal?
One thing I find more funny is when I see what he does, like, and when he's like, oh man, that's so good stuff, and it's just like this basic guitar strumming. It's just like some fairly melodic guitar strumming. He's like, man, that's one of the best songs I heard this year.
Just
it's
innocuous.
Like, really?
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't say it's bad or anything, but it's just like, that's what you're saying is like, oh man, this is the most amazing thing. I would describe that, like, comparing it to more anime terms, that's like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's something nice. I like listening to this. This is a good song. Right. That's how I would like go about describing it.
We need to shrink the periodic table. It's true.
When he wants to hold up something so it's just music as like his gold standard, it just sounds very weird to me.
He's music. I don't know, I'll use the iron sword on this guy.
energy, I was like, okay, it really felt like a Final Fantasy. Anyone who's played the latest Final Fantasy game, 16 I think it was, that one fight when you're literally in your form and you're going up limbs and shit and just doing the crazy maneuvers, that's what this fight felt like. It felt like a Final Fantasy fight, and I need more. I think the biggest thing I'm interested in is just how the worlds are going to continue to open up, because we have a main character who looks like he's from a samurai period, a main female character who looks like she's from like a Magical Academy anime. The general villagers, before they got stomped on, looked like they were like in Prince of Persia or something. And everything about this just feels like it's a mix and match of so many different worlds and cultures, and that's really exciting, given that seemingly
I wasn't for
that's
say
just
Arab.
something that's a part of their world. These other
You weren't.
Arab, Arabian Nights.
Check out Soranos' video when it drops from me saying Arab multiple times.
thing. And everything about this just feels like it's a mix and match of so many different worlds and cultures, and that's really exciting, given that
a real original. It's a mix and match, you know. It's like
they couldn't decide what kind of setting they wanted, so they had all of them.
Yeah,
it's
like
so original and cool, isn't it?
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
That's just something that's a part of their world, these other worlds and these travelers from them. I'm really excited to see where they take this and if the production can hold up, because this was a very visually impressive and exciting episode to follow. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on episode 1 down below. Do you plan on checking out more? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell so you can get notified when I upload more. And like I mentioned, we have a full live reaction over on my Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, you also get a video shout out. So today we have Bryant, Wolfie Sensei, Sleepy Fishy, Gabrielle Ray, Chrisfix, Alex, and Xeon 54th Element. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming...
Xeon 54th Element. What a name. What a name. Why do I do 12 to this guy? Why is he different? Still not going to get the kill. But if I
think he just has more armor.
But if I come with the other guy, I will get the kill. And then I'll have two guys out there that'll probably survive. Because if they're doing 9s. Ugh, but that other guy... hold on, what is this guy's health? 27. Yeah, I can't take 2 hits from the other guys. Okay. I'll just do one more. One more wait. Dear God, the nude. Could you tell me one original thing about the show? You know, it's called Ashura. That's original, right?
It has a short title. That means Lofty is gonna love it.
Watch Ashura is actually a shortening of some massive title that the show has somewhere.
Every single letter is a eight-letter word or more, and it's an acronym. Ishura.
Ishura. Ishura. Die. I feel like Ephraim's little team here is like way higher level than they were last time we were using them. Does the game bring them up higher for me?
No.
Man, why does everybody love French toast so much?
It's pretty good.
Because it's freaking delicious.
Waffles are better.
Waffles
Fuck you.
are better than French toast?
I don't like French
no.
toast.
I would say that the best Belgian waffles that I've ever made are better than French toast. But the scale of waffle compared to the scale of French toast, I would get French toast more often than I would get waffles.
You just
I
can't
don't like
see
the texture of French
spectrum
toast.
of waffles. Okay, you're missing some waffle makers in your eyes. You can't.
I only like it when it's soggy noodles, not soggy bread.
Soggy nudes.
It's not soggy
It's gotta
bread.
be soggy noodles.
You cook the bread.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Not
cook it.
soggy.
What do you mean? Why would it get soggy? Oh, you hate it because
Isn't it
it's
kinda
not
soft?
soggy. That's his problem. I can't kill either of those guys. All right, one more turn. One more turn for the
And
team.
you could have Franz get some XP instead of giving it all to Seth.
Yeah, but like if I send Franz out there, he might die.
When you can let him get hit by one of them.
How would I?
No,
stop him?
actually, he's not going to die. He can only take 20 damage.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was thinking about the other guy's things. French toast drags you down and beats you with numbers. Like if someone's making French toast, that's a project. Someone's making waffles, you might be just getting some crusties or some Eggos. Is there a?
Oh, I'm talking about like you actually you always you got to put a batter together. Of course, it's not the same thing if you don't make it like a waffle or pancake batter.
Your bread's soggy, you're doing it wrong.
Toast, it's just so much work. I take stale bread and I dip it in egg.
I just take this old food that I was gonna eat and I'm gonna put in eggs.
Yeah, and it's great every time.
Yeah. What do you mean? I take this old food, I just put it in eggs.
But it's just.
What, you eat beef jerky or something? You eat old.
It's just such a long
What about
process
cheese?
making like
cheese
French
is just
toast.
bad milk. Like
no,
just
cheese
such
is
a long
cheese
process.
though. I
Like,
love some cheese.
It's so long trying to make French toast. It's just so long and hard to do.
Then you got to get your powdered sugar sifter so that you get a nice coating on everything. Like,
Oh, way too long. You have to beat the eggs. Holy fuck!
beat them eggs. I think I forgot to move these guys. The hell recipe 8 you using with just egg?
Obviously not just an egg. You also throw in like some cinnamon and some.
You know, I
vanilla.
did eggnog French toast one time.
That sounds awesome.
Where instead of heavy cream, you use eggnog. It was like so simple and so.
I was gonna say, how different is that?
What
Very.
heavy cream?
What do you mean? What heavy cream?
What heavy cream?
You mean heavy? What is heavy cream? Just heavy
Like
cream.
no. I mean like what? Why are you using heavy cream?
You're mixing it with
the
egg.
Mix it in with the egg. Makes it a little bit thicker if you whip it long enough.
Nah.
I like that fluffy coating on my French toast. Egg con strip. Look at this. I can run all the way out here and I can kill this guy. He's like, do. Oh, God! Just a horse rides through the halls and stabs him in the back of the neck. What's your French toast recipe? Fan site?
Do you not use egg?
I bet Fansite uses truffles.
I'm gonna see what Jacques Pepin does.
Well, you see, first you get your brown butter.
Jacques Pepin. Here's Jacques Pepin.
I was the breakfast cook, and in the morning we did a lot of French toast. To go fast.
This guy.
If this old guy can make a video, he must be an amazing chef.
You don't know who Jacques Pepin is, and that makes me sad.
I'm gonna assume this guy's an amazing chef, though.
He's been an amazing chef for decades. This guy is the guy. Like, you want to know how to make an omelet, you watch this guy, and then you go make that omelet when you're gonna go try to get a job in food service.
I thought you were gonna say girlfriend.
Yeah, you want to get a girlfriend, you make his omelet. We prefer the countryside omelet instead of the French omelet. But yeah, Jacques Pepin's the frickin' man. Appreciate your indentured servant to whip the eggs.
That omelet looks pretty good.
Ice cream, that is vanilla ice cream. Of course, French vanilla ice cream is done with a lot of eggs. And dip the bread in it and saute it. That's what I want to show you here. If you have a bit of a leftover ice cream, as I have here, put it on a plate. I have a bowl of ice cream here. And of course, let it melt. And maybe even put it in the microwave oven for like 10-15 seconds.
Microwave.
So now it's melted, of course. I have a big slice of bread here. I want to put it in there. And of course, I want to let it soak a couple of minutes so that it really absorbs all of that ice cream.
Yeah, soak it in.
Basically, all of it.
Oh my
in
gosh,
fact,
is he
what I
just
do,
going to soak bread in ice
I
cream?
put it on there. I'm going to cook it. I'm going to keep that plate. And even if there is a bit of ice cream left over, I serve it on that plate anyway. So here, I need a good tablespoon of butter. So you can see basically it absorbs basically all of it. I'm going to put it in there. Lower the heat.
Okay, lower it up.
Keep that at low temperature.
I love the sound. Oh, listen to that
Couple of
sizzle.
minutes on each side. I made my French toast here with the
Gas
vanilla
toasts are
ice
pretty
cream,
good,
but
aren't
of
they?
course, the beauty of it, you can do it with strawberry
Yeah, I would
ice
eat
cream,
one of those.
chocolate ice cream.
You should probably let
Yeah,
Ephraim
bit
kill
different
those.
for a French toast.
It's probably
Well, it should be
what?
about
Let Ephraim kill those.
Oh, let Ephraim kill him. Okay.
Yeah, you put the rain leaf out. Or the rain leaf.
Oh, he's got the other one right now. I'll swap him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna kill him like that.
Couple of minutes here. It's very soft, the bread, because it really soaked a lot of the ice cream.
Oh, it's really soft. I don't know.
Cook it on this
Oh,
side
wouldn't
again,
you
a
describe
couple of
that as
minutes.
soggy?
Soft is not soggy, you Philistine. Checkmate, atheist. This is heresy? Never.
And a bit of maple syrup on top. And I have an old banana.
An old banana.
Don't
tell
eat
us
maple
about your
syrup.
old banana, Jacques.
I don't eat maple syrup. I only eat corn syrup.
Oh,
You
that's your
see,
problem.
the difference between me and Serranos is that I like my bananas ripe.
Yeah.
Shit,
I
wait.
like my bananas,
I like my bananas
absolutely
not.
normal ripeness. I like them of absolutely normal ripeness.
I misspoke. I like mine unripe.
Like there's a little green.
You like it when they're extra pasty and hard.
You say you like a young banana?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I do.
I keep
I'm
the
a
banana,
banana
in
fan.
I don't like the way you said
They
that,
cook
but I do
much
like the young
longer.
bananas.
And they end up being all black, but they're still nice and creamy inside and firm. So it's one way of keeping them longer. It's about ready now. Maybe half of that
Oh,
banana
Jeebles, this thing does a lot of...
would be good.
Nice. So it's not quite a banana bread banana.
Okay.
But it's still a little aged.
Where do they hide these microphones that
So
are catching
this
this?
is
It's just a boom
way
with a shotgun mic
of
on it,
doing
probably.
French
Yeah,
toast.
just out of frame.
Quite good. And as you see, there is still a little bit of ice cream on top, which is fine.
A little bit of ice cream on top. It's so fine.
This too.
Oh, so
One
fine.
piece for the chef.
Tell me more, Jacques. Yes.
A little
That's
bit
the
of,
tax. That's the French toast tax you just took.
maple syrup.
I think that's just the chef's
And
tax.
here it is.
Chef tax.
My French
The
toast.
Bibu tax.
Easy way. Enjoy and happy cooking.
Gushing over bananas.
There we go. 1.5 cups vanilla ice cream melted. 1 slice firm white bread. 1 tablespoon unsalted butter. Half a banana sliced for serving. 2 tablespoons maple syrup for
I guess you got to do
serving.
unsalted butter. That makes
This
sense.
is for a single slice of toast.
Yeah.
And you could do it for
one
more
piece
slices.
of French
You could
toast.
do it for more slices of toast. You don't have to just make one.
3 gallons of ice cream for 4 slices of toast.
That's awful. What do you mean awful? What are you talking about? All right. You want the so this is Jacques Pepin decades ago on his American Masters channel. Come on, pick it up. Pick up my pop out.
His YouTube
Come on, OBS.
channel?
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
There we go. For some reason it automatically goes and then it just won't sometimes. So these are the 2 types of the French omelet. Sticking out your French toast for Norizzler. That French toast gat.
Judge how good technically a chef is, I probably would ask him to do an omelette. It is difficult to make a real good omelette, and there is different type of omelette. I'm going to show you 2 type of omelette. A kind of country French omelette, which is basically the way we do it in America, and then a classic French omelette. One is not better than the other. It's just a different technique, a different taste, a different look that you have in it. In the first one, I'm doing an omelette with 4 eggs here. In the first one, salt, dash
Oh,
of pepper.
I was gonna say, always, always, always get unsalted butter when you're cooking. Most recipes, when they tell you to use butter and then they tell you to use salt, they're calculating that salt based on using unsalted butter.
All I'm going to do.
I don't actually know how much salt's
is
in salted
to
butter.
stir it.
Too much. I stopped using salted butter. Now I only use like sweet cream butter, and it's like, oh, my recipes are way less salty now.
It well first.
It's only difficult for you. Make me an omelet, tits and ray guns. Make me an omelet, okay? Here's what I expect.
And cook it so that I have fairly large curd of egg and slightly brown all around.
Yes, slightly
the look
brown.
and the taste that we want to do country-like. A little piece of butter in there. And I have here a beautiful pan, because that pan doesn't have any corner. You see it has a beautiful sway. It's a non-stick pan, so it's ideal. It's an omelette pan, actually. Now notice that my eggs, to start with, I have no pieces of egg white hanging. So it's not like you just stir the eggs back and forth. You have to go from one hand to the other to really break it so that you don't have any long piece of egg white. Otherwise, you have those becoming white in the plate, in the skillet as it cooked. So what we do here in the country omelette,
get that butter on there, melt it up, a little bit of browning.
The butter here will be brown a little bit, which in the classic omelette I don't want to brown. So clean up.
Not a full brown, just a little brown.
And here you don't have to worry too much. You move it occasionally.
See, honestly, the browner, the sugar, the better.
You push from the outside to the in. Makes these really small.
It will be totally different in the classic French omelette, where I move the mixture very, very fast as I can, to have the smallest possible curd. No browning at all, because the browning will toughen the albumin. I want something very tender and very soft in a classic French omelette. In the country style is different. Now, how long do you cook it? It's entirely up to you. You can have it slightly wet in the center.
I like a little slightly wet.
I would say that here my omelette.
I want my omelet.
Yeah, I don't really have any problem with the egg or the eggs being a little bit runny.
Oh my gosh! So I put egg yolks in a soy sauce mirin mixture to cure them. Which means that it's cooked by chemical process. And then I put it on my steak and I ate it. And in the short, some guy was like, "That looks like a good way to get salmonella." I'm like, "How?"
Right.
I eat these egg yolks raw.
No, you're not gonna get salmonella, especially if you cook it like that.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not gonna get sick eating an egg like that.
Dang it, that guy stole my vulnerary. I want to steal it back. If I kill him, will I just get it?
You'd be better off stealing the lockpick. So you could just leave the guy there, because I don't... Oh wait, I think the thief may actually go back in the hole. Yeah, you could try to block it off, and then... I
can't block it off.
But he can't run through you.
He can't run through me?
Yeah, I think he might just go back at his little hole, but we'll see what happens.
I don't want him to steal more shit.
Well, that's what I mean. He's not going to steal more. He can only steal vulnerary. He can't steal your weapon.
But if I leave this spot, he can steal someone else's thing.
Well, yeah,
right?
if you move more than one tile away.
Oh, dang it. Not what I was looking to do right now. Not what I was in the mood to deal with at this time. Who's Chris Raygun? Oh, good thing you don't know.
A little bit wet here, which is the way I like it personally.
Yeah, that's right, Jack.
Brown
Now
it
watch
just
this technique,
a minute or
everybody.
so, then
You
kind of,
you lean the
fold it
pan
in
and you
half like
you
this.
lean the pan.
Okay, that's a better idea, yeah.
So many people are so scared of moving their pan when they cook. Tip the pan and just kind of push the egg forward, and that'll help flop it over there.
I just usually use two implements at the same time. That's not hard. That's usually what I do, is just roll it over.
My omelette. And now I'm ready to invert the omelette.
You ready? Here's the real magic.
This way here,
How do you get it out of the
you
pan?
change hand, you
Grab it like
this
you're gonna
way,
stab someone with the
you
pan.
bang it a little bit to make it slide to the end, and you turn it upside down.
That
You
makes
have
sense.
a nice, beautifully brown omelette. This is a country omelette, but you can
Love that little bit of browning on the country omelet. That's my personal preference for if I ask for an omelet. The French one that he does is like, it's the kind of omelet that you get when you go to Japan. The really
omurice omelet.
Yeah, like the one where they set it on the omurice, they slice it and it like falls open. That's what a French omelet is.
I have a great amount of heat.
Yeah, they
on
love
that,
the French omelet there, basically.
pan, and this is what I want for an omelette. And as you see, it is a gas stove, and of course the gas is going to be much better than electric because you want to have the flame to go around. And
Yeah.
a good stove should give you a great amount of heat for an omelette, as well as a very low setting if you want.
If I
to
get
sear
myself a house, I
something.
want to get a gas
So there
stove.
again, I have 4 eggs in that
Yeah,
omelette.
if
this
you've
time.
got the ability to choose, a gas hookup is always nicer. It sucks how often you're just stuck with like electric.
I don't care if I go up in a ball of flames. I want to be able to cook nicer stuff.
Exactly. I'll deal with the consequences.
I put a little bit of
Well, if it isn't the consequence of my own actions.
d'omelette in France, you have chive, parsley, tarragon, and chervil, which is a classic.
Oh, come
this
on,
one just
really?
a chive omelette. So you can see here that my pan is hot, but I don't want it as hot as the other one. So again, we put it in there, and now, contrary to what I did before, just letting the eggs get into large curd, here with the bowl of
There you go. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. Don't stop. Don't stop moving it.
That's not a non-stick pan, is it?
It is.
Oh. Is it okay to use a fork on that?
Yeah, it's just a fork.
Like now,
Non-stick is usually fine with metal utensils that are just like being brushed against them. It's when you stab into it with like a metal spatula or metal tongs or metal knife or anything like that you can cut into the Teflon.
Bring all of the mixture I bring on this side. As you can see, basically everything is there. That is, instead of having one layer, which I roll like a carpet, everything is there. Run my knife around, bring back the
knife.
And you can see here, I want to have a nice half-moon shape.
Yep.
Run this behind to bring back that lip. Hit it there.
Folds it over.
Bring it up, then push it down.
Get your second roll.
Nice corner.
Now you got a nice little football shape.
If you want to brown it further, this is the time between the lip now that you would want to stuff it, if you have some type of stuffing. We change hand again. Bring that this way. Next, bang it to have it to the edge of the pan, then invert it to have an omelette, a classic omelette, which should be white like this or pale yellow. Just pointed at the end like this.
That's really pretty.
Isn't it great?
This is what a classic French omelette is. And as you can see, quite different than that. And as I said before, one is not really necessarily better than the other. It's a different technique and a different taste. The curd are going to be much harder here. And if I cut this one open to show to you, then you will see that the center of that omelette is very creamy and very soft, very nice. Which is the
little
way the
piano
soggy eggs.
Little piano playing him out. I love it. Ah, the tale of Chris Ray-Gun. I haven't watched any of his shit for a decade. Should I just armor slay this guy, or is he's gonna get kicked? Oh, if I just do this though. Armor Slayer out, we can deal with that. Ugh, if this guy goes back in that hole before I can steal from him, that's so annoying.
Oh, good. The omelet video's done. I don't like eggs, so I muted myself and was watching TikTok.
I think we should kick Michael for that. We should get Leon in here. I'm gonna go hit up
do
Leon and tell him
French
to leave his stream because we need a new guest.
Oh, my French toasts are mostly milk.
I don't know that I. Oh no, he's gonna suicide by Seth. Oh.
It took Fansite that long to post their fucking recipe.
And it's eggs, milk, cinnamon, ginger. Ginger? That's a shocking ingredient.
And the only extra ingredient they have is fucking ginger.
Hates eggs and cheese. Yeah. I mean,
that's wild.
Does he hate them, or does they hate him? Should I say that backwards, or did I say that straight both times?
I don't like eggs or cheese.
I'm supposed to reverse that. I can't steal from him? What?
You gotta be faster than him to steal, or the same speed, so he can steal from you. You probably just won't kill him. You probably just won't kill him. Yeah.
Pain in my ass.
Should have thought about that. Okay.
So I gotta make my thief faster if I ever want to use him. How annoying.
Yeah, pretty annoying.
How long have you not liked eggs?
Since he's been here.
Yeah, I just don't like the texture.
Don't like the but eggs are any texture. All the textures.
I tried eating a quail egg once.
Tried?
Why would that be different?
How did you eat it?
Whole.
Like just
You
through
eating
the
with
whole
the
shell and
crust?
everything?
No, it was
the
like
crust. Eggs are crunchier than everyone says they should be.
It was like a quail egg on I think you call it sunny side up, and it was on some lettuce.
You see the white and the yellow separate. And you
Yeah,
almost
both.
threw up?
Yeah, so did my dad. He had the same thing.
Maybe you guys are just allergic to eggs?
I think it was just bad quail egg.
Weak constitution?
Bad 2 quail eggs.
Gotcha. What a strange occurrence. Okay. Kyle has no heels.
Kyle has no bitches.
Kyle's got no bitches. He's right. I forgot about that part.
And apparently, according to lore, Ford gets all the bitches, even though he's the weakest.
Does he? How does that work?
Okay, but also according to lore, he is the strongest, which is funny.
Ford is the strongest according to lore?
Yeah, of your 3 cavaliers that aren't Seth.
This the 3 non-Seth. Yeah, I was gonna say Seth is like the king right now.
Yeah, he's like Franz's older brother, so he's the strongest.
Leon actually posted this post wins the internet for the day on Twitter.
Pale style.
I hate that shit.
What does he got? Come on,
I'm
Leon.
gonna make
Why
fun of him for this.
Why are you cringing
when he comes
on me?
Here we go.
He
I
posted
gave it to you.
Yeah, he posted it. Is it in the private chat?
Wealth, fame, power. Matt Pat obtained this and everything else the world had to offer, and his retiring words drove countless souls to the internet. You want my channel? You could have it. I left the password online in one piece. I just have to find it.
Yeah, I'm upset. Leon tweeted this post wins the internet for the day.
Does this post even have a... Oh, it does have comments. Okay.
I think that was the whole joke.
I say he posted a quote tweet that I linked for you.
Yeah, it's this one right here.
Yeah. I thought you were looking for it.
No, I hit show more and I read the whole thing just now.
Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
Bath time for Birdie! Oh, he's a little budgie.
This post wins the internet for the day.
This one wins way more than that other one.
Yeah, this is just better.
Freaking birdie bath. He's a little wet bird. He's cute.
Birds love taking baths. Birds love baths.
Birds loves baths. Cringe, Leon. Leon is why anime fans deserve to not have rights. What have you done to our movement? Okay, hold on. Let's get them heels going. Heel. Because I want Josh to be better.
Did you hear?
And
George Lucas was not a pedophile.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I don't know what that changes for me.
It changes everything.
Also, Michael's dead.
Yeah, his You got that low ping Riz going on. Oh man, it'd be great if oh, he just disappeared. Here I was gonna tease him and he's just gone. I'm like, oh dang it. Oh, you're back. You fix your low ping Riz. You replace it with a whistle. You're just whistling now? That's just
Can we not?
I'm bad at whistling. I'm bad at whistling.
You're bad at whistling? Maybe bad at
Yeah, I don't know how loud it was on your end, but that was very quiet.
It just sounded like you're spitting into the mic, really.
No, that's this.
That didn't sound any different from your whistling attempt, so I'm gonna
Okay,
say,
well,
yeah.
you know what? You know what? I'm not.
Have a
gonna
good
whistle.
night, tits.
Do not watch the rest on VOD. We're not entertaining enough for that.
What are you talking about? You're not entertaining enough for that.
Look, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was clearly just referring to you.
Fuck you.
I mean, it's your channel, my guy.
It is my channel. And that's why you should always watch all of the episodes every night.
Yeah, don't you want to be
Twice.
caught up on the lore? Like
Twice?
if you look, dude, if you aren't caught up on the Michael versus Steven Ransom arc, are you even like a channel member?
What
Yeah,
were we
even
talking about?
Even a
What?
real fan at that point.
Exactly.
So what
Weren't
was
we
that
talking
about?
Destiny?
So have you been talking to Steven Ransom recently? Is he
No.
in the room with us?
No.
Oh, Nico.
Why are we talking about Steven Ransom?
Because he's
know.
talking about deep lore
I
on
was
the
talking
channel.
about channel lore, yeah.
Oh, you mean worst mic competition?
Yeah.
That was still pretty funny.
And we were just arguing over furry shit. It was very funny.
Yeah, you should probably go back to the. You should probably go back to steal Gilliam's spear. Give it to Seth.
Oh, I see.
McFarlane?
Seth McFire Emblem. Give him both of those spears, actually. Gilliam
jab?
sucks. And so, yeah, you can use both of those. It just means Seth can attack at 1 and 2 range.
I already hit back.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta switch to the Iron Lance now, of course.
It's true.
Hello.
Is that
Welcome,
Canadian?
Angry Burger.
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
He's the bunger.
You sound fatter than usual, so I guess you weren't lying.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You should probably not use that because you're gonna kill him in 2 hits anyways. You shouldn't waste your killing edge.
Yeah, but I don't want
But he
to die
wants to.
from the other guy.
You're not. It's like
If
you're
the other
not.
guy if the other guy does 10 damage, I'll die. How would
Heal
I not?
him. Heal him.
My healer's been used.
Yeah, you can attack with Erica first if you want.
No, I can't do that. That would suck.
God. I'm
So why
gonna
do you
take the
three?
chance that we get a crit here and hope that works, or otherwise I
Yeah,
don't know what to
Canadian.
do.
You need to explain, why do you eat 3 burgers in one sitting?
Oh, here we go.
Franz really would die, wouldn't he?
Because I don't really go to McDonald's that often, and I don't know how long this Godzilla campaign is, so because they're pretty quick. Like these
Mhm.
campaigns come and go, so I was like, I'll just eat all 3 of them in one
You can
sitting
just
and be done
microwave
with
them
it.
later.
Were there 3 different Godzilla burgers, or like 3 different
Yeah.
toys you get with them?
There's no, they're not like kids stuff. It's just like a promotional burger, and there's like 3 different flavors. They're
no. Here's the question: is why did you eat all of them?
I already answered it.
Say it again.
I said because the campaigns are short, and I don't go to McDonald's that often, so I wasn't gonna go 3 different times. So I was gonna eat
So-
it all in one sitting.
Ordering all of them, filming all of them, tasting all of them doesn't include finishing all of them. You don't have to finish them.
You know,
Yeah,
you
you
could
do.
eat like
I don't waste food. I don't waste
You
food.
ain't quitters.
you could reheat
Oh,
it.
he's got
I
that.
come from
Not reheat food. He's got
poverty times.
God, no. Oh.
just take the meat out, throw it in the microwave, and then throw it back on the burger.
No. This is a thing. My buddy, outside like right
It
after
doesn't
high
mean it's
school.
good.
No. Listen. My buddy right after high school was a military brat. Like his dad was in the army. His like stepdad was in the army. Like he's always been army. He went into the Air Force. Like and they just you put food in front of them and they eat it and you're like, hey, what do you think? And they're like, I hated it. And you're like, what? Why'd you eat it? If you hated it, why didn't you complain? They just eat food that's in front of them. It's the weirdest thing. They can't say no. They can't stop when they're full. It's a problem with our country's military, honestly. At least for my friend. I blame everyone I've known that's like that. You're glad Canadian got 3 burgers, more money for those Japanese McDonald's commercials. I don't know why Angry would do that, but that's my history with eating food.
It was
the
fun.
weirdest, and he was my roommate too, and it was just so weird. It would just be like, why? You said you don't like that. Yeah, but it's here. Throw it out. No. Why not? You're not poor. Like, he was a goof though. It's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to compare. But when I hear stuff like that, I think of him. Where are you going? Where are you all going? You're all hanging out. No! Dodge! Damn it. At least getting hit gives me some experience. That's nice. I'm gonna only use my heal staff on Seth. Just to piss everybody else off. Hasn't that arc been on hiatus for a year? Yeah, it's all filler, just waiting for them to talk about furries again. This is a strong-ass door. Why is this door so strong? If I throw out this food, I'm basically ending an African child's life. Yeah, shout out to all the moms who said starving kids in Africa.
Yeah, that was just a lie. They were never starving.
They were in Africa, though. So I got that going for them.
Yeah, I guess I do got that one thing. And then the tongue clicks, too.
I used that in middle school running for student president or whatever. I was like, I told a story about a young African boy who went out and looked at something great. And he said, which roughly translated means I want that. And I want to be your president. And then I sat down. I didn't actually know what that job entailed. And I say job loosely because I don't think it was actually a job.
It wasn't. It never was.
All right, I'll do this.
You sat at a table and played patty cake or something like that?
Yeah, a little patty cake. It's a mahogany door.
Now, Canadian. How do you feel about the Gentiles?
Yeah, how would you rate your Yiddish?
You mean everybody that's like not a Jew?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that what,
Okay,
what
let
you
me
mean by
rephrase that. Let
Gentiles?
me rephrase that.
Rephrase that.
Okay. So you know how, like, in anime, there are cat girls and shit like that?
Yeah.
Do you consider them to be monster girls?
Wait, hold on. Before you answer that, what do you think about the Goyim?
What is the Goyim?
No, okay. Go back to the monster girl question.
Okay. You already know the question by now, right?
Say that again. Sorry, what's up?
Okay. So you know how they're like cat girls?
Yeah. Cat girls and monster girls.
Yeah. Do you consider them to be monster girls?
No.
Good answer.
Because
what do you classify them as, and
they're
why?
cat girls. Well, okay, so this is a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it sounds simple at first, and then you're like, wait a minute.
So if we compare it to like Monsume or Monster Girls, which is like one of my favorite anime shows.
Okay, you just woke me back up with that.
Good.
I'm back. I'm back. All right, I got back from the bathroom.
Like all the characters, I guess, were considered monsters, even though there was like a horse chick in that show.
Of course, she's a monster. How many people do you see walk around that are half horse?
Yeah. so. So that I think that's the classification, is like if it's like full on body transformation like that, they're considered a monster. But if it's just like a tail and like ears, then I would classify it as something completely different.
Fake. Holy shit! He said my thing word for word.
He literally used your thing.
He said my definition word for word. That's amazing.
That's ridiculous.
Michael despises the fact that cat girls are considered monster girls. He hates cat
Because
girls so much.
They just shouldn't be. I'm fine with them.
They
They
are.
shouldn't be considered monster girls.
They
Because
are.
what do humans have? Ears.
Choke on
What do
it.
humans have? Tailbone.
Do humans have
They're all
4 ears, Michael? I didn't think so.
Yeah,
that's a
checkmate,
monster.
Doesn't matter.
They're clearly
matter, though?
mutants. Like, do you want to just start calling them mutants now? Are cat girls
Mutant.
mutants?
Were you guys arguing about this earlier?
And there's like,
Dude, no, we were arguing about this over a year ago.
Oh
Over
my
a
goodness!
year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Which is why
deepest
it's so
lore
funny.
on
I
the
haven't
channel.
mentioned my definition in over a year, and you just said it verbatim.
That is
Yeah, because like
ridiculous you
when
did
I watch Shield Hero with she's a squirrel. She's not a
Raccoon.
squirrel. Raccoon. Sorry,
Raccoon.
Tanuki, whatever, like that chick. I don't consider her a monster because like she still has like a human body. She just has
Yeah.
a tail and ears. But if I look at the let's see, what's a good example? Like the snake girl in
Yeah.
Monster Girls, like she's
Mhm.
clearly got like a body of a snake, but like the upper torso is a human. Same with the
Mm-hmm.
mermaid chick and
How
even
many?
yeah, the horse
How
chick.
many monster parts until it's a monster girl? Like killing bites. Are they monster girls?
I have to see a photo of that. I'm not familiar with that.
All right.
He's not familiar with it. Let's go.
Because the full, like I said, it's full body, so or not full body, half body.
What if they don't have human hands?
Oh, that's a good point because which show was it? I've seen that. They have like the you're talking about
They have
the
like
wolf
claws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
claws.
paws.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like all the time they have it, only when they're in battle when they transform. Because I've seen shows where like they transform and then they have like the wolf claws or the paws or whatever.
Either. Oh, hold on. How would you classify a werewolf?
Werewolf's a monster, 100% a monster.
Okay. Then
Yeah, they're
something
monsters.
that transforms into a monster would be a monster.
I mean, yeah.
So
But
if a
werewolves
cat-
are kind of tricky. They're their
So
own
if a
thing.
Cat girl has the capability of transitioning into a like full cat like demon monster. Is that a monster girl?
I'm pretty sure Michael can't find it hot if they can't turn into a cat.
It's on screen now. This is
All right.
Killing Bites.
That's a
Wood?
monster.
That's a monster. Okay.
Yeah, monster girl.
What if she was like less furry?
Less furry as in the hands
What
are
if
human.
there's less hair? What if there's just less hair?
It-
Like,
it's
how much
not a-
hair?
it's
How
not a
much hair
problem-
has to be on the body before it's a monster?
It's not a problem with the hair. It's more of like the hands and the feet.
Yeah,
So,
the
like-
hands and feet are saying there's just less hair. Is it still a monster?
What about the nose?
It's still a monster.
What
The
if
nose?
what if they've got human hands and human feet, but they've got like a muzzle?
Show me an example, because I'm actually
Do
curious
not,
to see that.
do not look up an example of that. That sounds terrible. That sounds like
look up
I
an
wanna jump
Anubis.
off- I want to jump off something high thinking about that.
Like, is Anubis a monster girl if he was a girl?
Anubis?
Yeah, but you're making me think of like the Anubis snout. You disgusting.
Yeah, look up Snoop Game.
Look up Snoop Game. Is that a monster girl? Yes.
Wait, do I need my VPN on for this?
No.
You
She
do.
leveled magic. Let's go.
All right, here's the definitive list. So, where do you draw the line before you become a furry?
Why you cutting it off? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because Michael will do all of them.
No, Stephen
Including
Ransom
Cat.
did all of them.
Oh, yeah, he's like, if he's consenting.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a consenting adult? Hell yeah, I'll try it. All right, so first off, human. I'm assuming you would have sex with a human, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Neko.
genuinely, I don't even see the difference between the second and third one.
Neko.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, other than the description.
Is it just
Claws.
height?
It's got
Claws and feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Claws.
Duh.
Also, the nose has turned into a bit more of a dot nose. So.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Is this a furry? Is a Neko a furry?
No.
No.
How about with the nose and claws?
It depends on how profound it looks.
This amount.
I guess not, because it looks similar to the first two.
Oh, so it's just based on appearances, not actual pieces.
I would say if you wanted to say borderline is one, I'd be fine with it. But
Man,
I
these non-cat girl.
I'm not gonna
believers,
lie, like
these
this-
people are so inconsistent, man.
But
They
this-
don't have
this
a
is-
line.
This graph is terrible because it doesn't even show like details of like the faces. Like it's the same face on all the characters here.
Okay,
It's
now
meant
what
to
if
show
it,
like
what? Well, just
fur.
use your imagination then.
I can't. I
It's
just
just
ate 3
meant to show
burgers.
You don't have an internal monologue.
I have
today,
no-
Is that what you're telling me?
If you close your eyes and picture an apple, what do you see?
An apple.
Okay, then you can do
Oh
this.
no, I don't see anything.
No, what does the apple look like? Tell me.
It's purple.
Oh, he can't see. He's just making it up. He's telling us what we want to hear.
All right, colored skin. If the skin is colored like a creature, is it? Are we in furry territory yet?
That was a little racist, Blaine. You should walk that back.
I'll stick with it. It's
I'm
written
trying
with
to
a U.
think. I'm pretty sure I've seen an anime that there was a character that looked like this.
Like
Chitara.
Chitara, right?
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oh yeah. Let me
Yeah,
double check this.
100%. Yeah. I'm gonna go with
Clearly
yes.
furry.
It is a furry.
Cheetara. There we go. There's a nose and like human hands.
I'm going with yes.
Wait, how do you spell that? Cheetara?
Like cheetah.
Cheetara. You don't know Thundercats?
I actually didn't watch it. No.
Oh gosh.
My guy.
Dude, careful googling Cheetara.
yeah. That's creepy. That reminds me of the Scooby-Doo Zombie Island werecats.
Yeah, is it a monster
That's
girl
creepy.
yet?
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
gonna go
monster,
with
yeah.
wood on both of those.
Yeah, so colored skin showing fur.
Guy's such
That's
a
starting. We're
fucking
starting to get
furry.
into that monster territory. Or
Okay.
like, I don't
remember
want. I don't
what
want to
they
do
look
anything
like
with them.
in the slightest. I don't remember what they look like in the slightest. Don't quote me on that.
They're not great, but the hex girls are good. So
Everyone
all
loves
right,
the
now
hex
if it's got visible fur all over, you're healthily into furry monster now.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good. Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
is monster, but yeah, I don't.
I mean,
want
no one's
anything to do with
arguing
that.
past like extreme amounts of fur, you know.
Yeah, we all agree on those.
And at
This
this
is
point, you're
a
just
cat.
showing it to show it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else would I do with it? If I don't show them the whole chart, I feel like I've
This is a
stolen
cat.
the chart from it.
Is
it consenting?
This is a cat.
It's a cat.
He
with a
would
face of
have sex.
man.
I'm gonna have to look up some
Vaporeon.
anime examples now of like characters that I thought were.
How do
pretty
you not
attractive.
imagine? How do you not deal in hypotheticals? Why do you deny the hypothetical, angry Canadian?
Good question. Elves. Okay.
Because I
Fairies?
deal in absolutes.
Okay, Pedro. This is a great
Disgusting
question. Are
person.
elves, fairies, human girls, monster girls, or just fantasy races? Elves are just humans. Okay, they just have long ears. It doesn't
Fairies
matter.
are monster girls.
Fairies are monsters because they're tiny. Demons, it depends. Do they look human?
Wait! What if the fairy's
Fairies
not
are monsters
tiny?
because they have wings.
They need to be
Humans
tiny. to be
don't
a
have
fairy.
wings,
If they're not
man.
tiny, I'm not calling them a fairy. Okay.
What
do
if
you
they're just
call
a
it?
midget? What if they're just like 2 feet tall?
Then yeah, they're still a fairy.
What's the
But
line,
you're a
Michael?
monster?
What's the line, Michael?
You're
Oh,
calling
God,
it a
you have height line
monster?
now? Must be below this height to be considered a fairy.
If you could fit a normal human adult's penis, you're not a fairy.
I'm not going to say what I was
Fitted
about to
where?
say. but- But yeah, it literally just depends on how human they look. Elves just have human ears, or like just have.
I
weird
just
ears.
care what it looks like. I don't care about biology whatsoever. That sounds like an average
Look,
furry defender.
Look, I care enough about biology to be caught up on Creature Girls, the manga, which you are not caught up on. Okay, so don't even try me on biology.
You don't actually care about their biology. You just care what they look like.
You should look up Creature Girls.
I know what it is.
You know what it is? You've read it.
I haven't read it. I've seen it. But you don't care about biology.
I care about biology. That manga explores the biology behind Monster Girls.
I see.
If you think about it. Okay.
I care about biology.
In a way of speaking.
I see. So speak.
Quickly, someone pull up one of the sex panels where he's explaining their biology.
Hurry!
Oh, actually, I just
Look
thought
at the
of something.
sex like I do.
So, because both of you guys, you played a lot of the Fire Emblem games, right? So, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, they have
Yeah, of
like
course.
the creatures in it, right? What are they classified as? Like the
Lagoos.
shape-shifting.
Yeah, they're
Like-
shapeshifters. That's what they are.
But
They are
but
shapeshifters.
they would be
but-
monsters because they
They are
transform
monsters.
into
Although
like,
they
creatures.
can breed with humans just fine.
Well, I mean, most Monster Girls should be able to.
He's like the first guy I can't one shot with Seth.
Oh, really? Really? That's
So-
curious choice, Michael. But you can kill him with F.
Yeah, he can one around.
He just Reagan life him.
You may need to rescue him if he misses.
Okay.
He won't miss. He'd
Won't
win.
miss.
Yeah,
Nah,
because
Nah, he'd win. He's him.
I'm trying to remember her name because she pops up in my Fire Emblem Heroes.
Are you talking
from time to
about
time.
DD Divine Dragon? Faye?
No, she's
Not
got
Faye.
like
Or Minara.
I think she's a beast, like a wolf or something. What is her name?
Gooning in this
Oh
chat.
God!
Are you talking?
He's talking about the queen, Nahala or whatever.
I was Nyla.
Nyla, yeah.
Yeah,
Wolf
Nyla
Girl.
sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm just double checking here.
It's definitely Nyla.
Yeah, she's from Radiant Dawn.
Yep,
The
Nyla.
worst thing Radiant Dawn did was introduce Wolf Lagoose because it just became furry.
Because
Why?
Because
We got
Awakening
murdered.
also has
Talking
it
about?
too.
It's the same
Awakening.
exact stuff.
We got
It is
murdered.
exactly the same as a cat girl. It's a wolf girl. It's exactly the same. You
I know it's
idiot.
exactly the same, but furries like to choose wolves as their thing because they're weird.
Like you, and that's why I became furries because you choose a wolf. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Blaine,
Silence.
Jemmy, pull up the "Wake Me Up Inside" wolf transformation thing with the school shooter.
No.
Oh my goodness, there's so much going on there.
I
Let me
blame
see if I can find
Michael.
that.
I've had some. What do they call themselves? Anthropes or something?
Probably. I don't know.
They're like people that like think they're animals, and they run around on all fours and they wear masks
Mhm.
sometimes. Sometimes I'm
Disgusting,
swiping and
really.
I get one of those, and it's like
You need
they're
the guys that put on like dog masks and
Yeah,
like, the fetishists.
but they're just like they're like wearing normal clothes. They just wear a mask and they like run around on
Yeah.
all four. They're like, being a Thorpe is normal. I'm like, no, it's not.
Real quickly back to that chart. The one that was like with a little bit of fur and like no deformed hands or like crazy hands. You guys know Panay from Awakening, right?
Yeah, Pan.
Or Pan.
Yeah, Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be my limit. Is that style like her design or whatever? I
Well,
wouldn't
she
go
really
past
just
that.
has ears and some fur.
Yeah,
and a
but it's
very,
much.
She has a very bushy bush.
Yes.
I'm gonna find this.
I found the video, by the way.
Fire
I'm
Emblem?
looking at it in the live chat. There you go.
What did you find?
Still trying to find another anime example that you guys would know.
You're never gonna be a real level.
What is going on?
He didn't show us any of nothing.
Okay, here you go. I wanted to preview it because of the description I was given. I didn't want to pull it on screen just right off the bat.
You're never gonna be a real level.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I love that
something,
YouTube
alright.
short had a TikTok ending.
It's cross-pollination.
What about the bunny girl from Problem Kids from Another World?
No, that's just,
I need to
she
see
just
a
has
photo of that.
ears. She just has
She
ears.
just has ears, my guy.
So yeah, she's a monster girl.
Fuck you, Serranos.
You still don't have any good definitions.
We
The
gave you no
I
definition.
think
No,
I
you
made it
didn't.
pretty
You
clear.
had a sliding scale. He's like, okay, it is this situation because it kind of looks more like it.
It does
I don't really care if she has
depend.
claws or not, but I do like it. If she has claws here, it counts. If she has claws here, it doesn't.
Hey,
She needs to have the fur,
Serranos.
but then if she has some fur, it's okay if she doesn't have the claws. But yeah, that's what you
I
guys
have
kept going
always
back
said
and
it
forth between.
depends, except
You
for
have
cases where
always.
it's just ears and a tail.
You said it
never
always
depends.
depends, except for like, okay, I know this isn't it, but I have no idea where the line actually is. I know where the line is. I know where my line in the sand is. I will stake it down right
Your
there.
line in the sand is fucking everything.
My line in the sand is if it isn't human, it's a monster.
Your line in the sand is the 40k line, okay? That doesn't count.
The 40k.
I think that's a pretty good line because I can define everything as a human or a Xeno.
All right, everybody, here we go. I'm taking you down the rabbit hole. They call themselves Therians.
I don't want to see this.
Please no.
Two things you should never say to a Therian.
Yeah, if Silver Bullet kills it, it's probably not human.
Ew, I hate Therians.
They would.
That's like one of the most obvious ones.
Man, you're such a moron. Like
I got a silver bullet now.
Ew, cringe furry. Pukey face emoji. Suck it up, said the person wearing a fox mask.
Was it one of the like Twitch like there was like this board of like Twitch streamers.
Yep.
And one of them was a Therian, like it was like a deer person or whatever. That was like a couple years ago. I remember that being
and they immediately got rid of it.
Wait, you mean Doe?
Sure.
Oh,
no.
you mean the weird Twitch person who did?
Yeah.
And they used to be a famous speedrunner or something.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
No, that's a completely different weirdo you're thinking about.
A different person, my bad.
I just remember It's a Gundam talking about it, and it was just hilarious because he was just roasting the person in this video. I'll find it. I'll find it.
That video was clearly Moses. This video, this next short, has 509,000 views. You're so brave doing public quads. They call it quads, apparently, when they go on all fours. Meanwhile, the unedited footage of me doing public quads. Wandering around. Where are we? Where is this Chuck E. Cheese they're in?
This is a mall.
This is what malls look like? Puts the mask on.
That's disgusting.
They're just embarrassed to be doing it. That's the funniest part.
Hey,
These
you know
people
what?
should be legally
You got
shot.
shame. You did it. That proves that you are still human deep down.
If these people want to act like animals, I deserve to be able to treat them like animals.
I blame Disney for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, some of these videos, 1.5 million views, 4.7 thousand views.
Yeah, you know why? You only need one hand to hold up YouTube Shorts on your phone.
You don't need any hands.
4.7 million.
Oh, I found it, guys.
views.
Safety. It was the Safety Advisory Council.
Yeah, we knew what you were talking about.
Okay.
We all
if
remember.
you care
her.
to look at it, you don't obviously you don't have to watch the whole thing, but that's
Imagine
just
all
the
the
video I
shoes that have
remember.
walked on that floor.
Oh, it's 3 years ago. Sheesh.
And all the shit they've drug everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, when's Leon getting here? I can't keep the stream going much longer.
Leon is making
just holding
keep
the door
going for
open.
us.
I don't think he's coming.
I don't know if he's coming. I think he might fall asleep.
He's still going on Zach's stream.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
over on
Oh no, they
Zach's?
just ended. No, they just ended the stream because
If he doesn't come over here in the next 3 seconds.
They're playing this stupid song to end the stream right now.
Stupid song?
It's
What's Zach's
really
song?
It's cringy. It's so cringy. It's not Zax's song.
Oh, it's not?
No,
What is it?
just go look at it. It's so
It's terrible.
so bad.
I don't have a link.
Stream
to Zach's
Siphon.
Oh,
channel.
I got you. I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
Stream Siphon. I'll bring it up here. Yeah, we can listen to it with Leon. Because
Yeah,
Leon
before we do,
never
what do
listens
you
to
mean?
this
No,
on his own.
no.
I can
Before
tell
we
you
watch
that.
any motherfucking thing, before we watch anything, what do you mean anime fans like me are the reason that people don't have rights?
Yeah.
Oh, because you have bad taste according to them.
I've got better taste than anyone here except maybe Blaine.
You posted on Twitter, "This wins the internet today."
That was
why.
pretty cringe, my man.
That's why anime fans.
No,
don't
that
deserve
was
rights.
fantastic.
Wait, what did
That
I
was
miss?
That was great. Oh my god, I was just this is the show I was on tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's some
You've never seen
weird
this?
song.
Yeah, they found this like guy's
Yeah,
music video,
It's like-
and
it
like
says
now they
trans
use it
people
as their
can catch
outro
these
video.
hands.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Zach's found this and it's great, dude.
I hate
Got
that.
it. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, no, Transphobes Catch His Hands is a baller song.
Oh, it says transphobes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Trans people are my friends.
Trans people are my friends. Transphobes gonna catch these hands. Yeah, it's fucking. I hate that song, but it gets stuck in my head, and it's unironically catchy, or ironically catchy, I guess, whichever.
I mean, when you listen to the same thing 30 times, I guess you're gonna start thinking about it more.
Freaking slackers. Yeah, it didn't excite me then either.
So, what show you
Fan
want to
site.
talk about? You want to talk about Metallic Rouge?
I mean, since Friday, there's been several anime that I've watched.
let's-
So I watched Demon Prince of Momochi House. Hokkaido Gals are super adorable, and Metallic Rouge.
I know you talked about Hokkaido Gals too.
Okay.
Only the gayest ones for Leon.
No, those were
Hey,
all
Hokkaido
three
Gals
good.
is as
Hokkaido Gals
straight
is
as
a
they
man's
come.
man.
Yeah,
I
Hokkaido
literally
Gals.
haven't seen it yet, so I
Great.
know.
Okay, you
Still
said
waiting for Snack
Momochi.
Botsway to start. So
You said Momochi and Hokkaido. What other ones do you want?
Metallic Rouge was the other one I watched.
Just those three? Okay.
Yeah, those three, because I think we talked about the others last week. Delicious in Dungeon, Satsuki Peeps, and Snack Bossaway hasn't aired yet. I think those
Correct.
are the
Yeah, we're still waiting on
only
that one.
one. And then we talked Delicious in Dungeon last week as well.
All right. Are you familiar with a fujoshi? Do you know that term?
Not by that definition. I don't know that term. No, give me a definition. I might.
Okay.
But
Fujoshi is a woman who likes to watch guys do it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or think about guys doing it. Or
Okay.
imagine that guys are holding hands. Or think about guys holding hands. Or watch guys
Whenever she
holding-
sees a guy holding two guys that she thinks are cute holding hands, she imagines them banging each other.
So now
Okay.
So now with
Sounds
that
pretty
definition in mind, tell me about Momochi-san house.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I mean, it's very much obviously gonna be like Skate the Infinity, and it's got some homoerotic vibes to it. But other than that, I'm sorry, that's not enough to turn me away from the show. Story can still be a good story. A show can still be a good show. Like I liked Skate the Infinity, despite the fact that there was very much of that sort of aura going on with that show. I'm getting the same here, but with demons in a haunted house. So
Okay, I want you to be able to use the terminology, right? You know, I don't want you to be.
yeah, no, that's fair. I can appreciate
like,
that.
well,
No,
he's
I
gonna
enjoyed the first episode a lot, actually, so much more than I thought I would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a. I'm probably not gonna catch up on this anytime soon. Give us a episode 1.
So basically, the main chick is an orphan, and then on her 16th birthday, she's given her parents' will, and apparently her parents had a mansion, and so now she gets to leave the orphanage and go to the mansion, and it's going to be hers now. She inherited it from her dead parents, who she never met, and then lo and behold, these 3 demons live there. Well, 2 of them are. You find out that 2 of them are demons, and one is actually a demon hunter. And so she goes there, and they're like, "Hey, you can't stay here." She's like, "Bullshit! I inherited this house. This is my rightful place to be." And they're basically trying to shoo her away. And the main guy is like, "Look, it's for your protection. All this property is ran by demons, and I'm the person who's been chosen by the gods to basically fend them off." And she's like, "Oh, so you're trying to tell me to leave because you care about me? Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not going anywhere." And it's clearly going to be her getting into shenanigans and watching some homoeroticism while demons are murdered, and her trying to live her life with these 3 dudes and respect her parents' wishes and taking, being in this mansion that makes her feel closer to the parents she never knew. But it's also like real. It's an old school, like pre-modern era mansion, so it doesn't have electricity or anything like that. The stove is a traditional Japanese stove that requires like coal and fire. So it's got an element of no modern convenience to it. Her cell phone gets broken in the first episode, and that sort of just cuts off all contact she has with the modern world.
A little bit of a.
So yeah, this is like 80% the same as the Cafeteria Since Goddesses, gender swapped.
That makes it
Sure.
Guy shows up, says it's his place, and it's being basically run by. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty similar.
if the parent or grandparent interacted with the demons, it would be like 1 for 1.
I guess that would be.
Yeah,
like
that's probably the only real difference there. Cool.
And they might talk about that in the next episode, how they were hanging out with the grandpa, I guess, right?
Honestly, it reminded me a whole lot of like if Fruits Basket and Inuyasha like got together and had a child, and that child would be this anime.
Gotcha.
And I love Fruits Basket. I've always loved Fruits Basket, so I was like, yeah, I'm all in on this.
Nice. I'm getting a taste for your styling. Okay. And then we all, I think, except the gay ones, have watched Hokkaido Gals.
Hokkaido Girls was literally, I mean this in the best way, nothing special and everything I wanted it to be.
Exactly what I wanted. Like exactly what I thought it was going to be is what it was. Except the one part that got me, that I'm still like kind of thinking about whenever I laugh about this show, I'm like, is when he borrows the blanket and then hands it back to her, and she sniffs
And she
it.
smells.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Like,
So yeah, this is basically just Nagatoro for people that want a busty Gyaru instead.
yeah, exactly.
So still just Nagatoro.
But she's not a busty Gyaru.
But he's gonna end up with the busty one.
That's
In
like years down the
Nagatoro?
line.
Also, the outro song to this was far better than it had any right to be. The outro song to this was a flat bop, dude.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I watched.
I don't remember
the first
any of the
5
music
seconds of
for
it
any of
'cause
the
I
shows I
skip
watched.
intros and outros for the first couple because they'll give away to. Oh no, I did watch this one because it has them like flying through the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have hallucinated that, but I'm glad you said that it actually exists.
So I'm afraid of spoilers with intros and outros as well. So I never paid attention to the visuals. But like, since I'm a musician, I always love paying attention to the music, and I
Listen to
loved
it.
the music.
Good. Yeah,
That could transition to talking about music critics.
yeah, we can bitch about music critics for a while.
Was there any other show you
Oh,
want
I
to
would
talk
love
about?
to
You
bitch
want to talk
about
about
Music
Metallic
Critic.
Rouge first?
He's got to talk about Metallic Rouge. How about that fight song? Am I right?
I did not think that this. I was not going to watch this show. Like, just from the when we were first talking about the anime coming out this season, and I saw this picture, I thought, whatever, this is going to be. This looks like crap. And then I was reading about it. I was like, hey, this seems like it's got kind of a cyberpunk vibe. And
Yeah, it
so
does.
I watched it on a whim, thinking I wasn't going to like it. The art is strikingly good. Like the
Studio
animation
Bones,
and art
baby.
design, huh?
Yep.
Was
Studio
that's
Bones.
what sold me.
For-
So I
for me,
didn't
a
know it
lot.
was Bones.
Yeah.
The reason I found out, I was on Kitsu, and someone had mentioned that this is Bones' new original anime, not based on a manga. I was like, oh shit, it's Studio Bones. All right, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a shot. And again, it was strikingly incredible art, which again, Bones makes sense. Again, one of my favorite anime of all time is Carol and Tuesday. I believe Bones did that as well.
Yep.
Or at least did the intro and outro to it, but I think it did
And
the whole show.
and the director for this directed multiple episodes of Carol and Tuesday.
And yeah, that makes, because, and again, that's one of my favorites. And I was not expecting it to be so action oriented. And I'm actually not big on modern action anime. I leave my action stuff in the 80s through early 2000s, but the choreography in this was a lot of fun. The world that they've built has me really intrigued. Like the idea these androids have to take these drugs to stay alive, but humans can take it, and it's like the best high they've ever gotten. So like, I'm really invested in the world. The main girl is super cute. Yeah, it did not do a lot of heavy-handed CGI, if any CGI. So all in all, like I'm all in.
All right, before Captain Cranky says anything, I loved this show. And I had one issue, and I think they got too much jargon. Like, they gave out a lot of, like, their name for Android. They're like, oh, the name. They got these other organization names. Like, there was a lot of just names of things that I think should have just been used in their more broad sense. Like, I can keep up, I get it, but, like, I could see someone being like, there's too much jibble jabber in this. I'm gonna watch something else. So I think it suffered a little
honestly,
bit there.
Yeah,
but...
I can see that, but also if morons aren't watching cyberpunk themed things, I'm a-okay with that, because cyberpunk stuff should go over the head of the average individual. If you can't read and understand Neuromancer, then you don't deserve to read and understand.
If they
Neuromancer.
reference Asimov and you don't know what that means,
right?
then,
Yeah, that was what I was sold. Like when they made the Asimov reference, I was like, I'm all in on this, baby.
All right, Serranos, you can speak now.
I don't think the dialogue was bad by any means, but what is Leon? What do you think the plot is?
So far it seems like there are two different government entities, or not government entities, maybe like third party. It's probably actually third party companies that are
there's like three different things
way.
that could be. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I was correcting myself, because cyberpunk usually has to do with corporations, not governments, or corporations that are own the government. One of the two. Either way, there's two rival corporations, and then there are these robotic entities. There's either 9 or 7 of them. I don't remember. I think it was the 9 Immortals or 7 Immortals. And the corporations either want to shut them down or want control over them. I'm not sure, but I don't know if the show has made it clear yet. But they want something to do with the Immortals and possibly the control of the drug trade that keeps the androids running.
Yeah, I definitely got mostly the most that made clear was like it being about the drugs being very important, because like people die if they don't get them, or the robots die if they don't get them.
Right.
But other than that, they didn't really say much of anything in terms of plot. I don't know why they were fighting actually.
Stupid robot's always addicted to
I
skooma.
don't know why
I'm not
they're
sure.
fighting.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe use your big brain and figure out why they're fighting, and then see
You
if
didn't
you're
figure
right.
out why they're fighting. I asked you to think about it, and you
think
didn't
I
come
know
up with
why they're
anything.
fighting.
I
because
told you
one of
two
the robots-
factions that are competing.
Yeah,
And he said the same thing. Use your brain.
Well, you see, there were two sides. and
Yes,
they
Peter
were
Venkman,
fighting.
RoboCop is cyberpunk. Yeah,
that's such a cop-out,
RoboCop
Blaine.
is RoboCop cyberpunk.
What?
That was such a cop out. You see, there are like these two sides.
They're
and they were
factions. They're
fighting.
fighting each other.
I even specified I think they're alien.
Yeah, you said they want to
That's
like
not
try to
cop
take
out
over
if
the
that's
planet.
if that's the correct. We've gotten 22 minutes so far. Like that is all we've been shown. Is you've got these two factions.
What's the
in
plot
a
of Hokkaido Gals?
A dude moves to a new school, to a new town, and the girls are cute, and he's wondering where his life is going to go
That's
from
more
here.
of a plot than Metallic Rouge.
That's literally
not
the same
true.
thing. And those each were like 2 sentences.
You guys are how can you watch that and be like, there's no plot? I cannot watch or listen. I
didn't
just
watch
need
it
someone
either.
to
That's what I
spoon
said.
feed me the damn plot. If you don't tell me everything about the plot, I don't know what's going on. That's what I'm hearing.
The thing is, I don't know much about like what the plot's going to be doing, and I also don't know much about what our characters actually are trying
Just
to do.
say it's too techie and you're confused. It's all right. You can be confused.
Well, and they didn't actually say it though.
But that's
what I'm
kind of the
saying.
point. Even the main character girl doesn't fully understand her mission. They make that clear in the first episode. So if she doesn't understand her mission, why should we, the viewer, if she's the one we're following, she's the main character?
But if I don't
she's
understand
probably-
it, I
she should
can't
probably
watch
know
it.
more about what she's doing. Yeah.
Stronos is insufferable. It's true. Feed me
Yeah,
apples.
we're going to find out more of the plot alongside her. There's a reason people give anime the 3-episode rule, because you can't get... If they were to spoon feed us everything in the first episode, why the fuck would I watch the additional 12? I want to not know everything. All I need to know is that this is an interesting world. We got 2 warring factions, and it seems like the drug trade is going to be important. That's good enough for me as a hook in the first 22 minutes to want to see more.
I thought it was okay.
Anime of the year. Anime of the year already.
Okay.
Okay, well, Sasuke and Peeps is still a thing. I'm just saying.
Oh, don't forget. So was it no Mike? Mike bounced after like a minute. He was like, I ain't got time to watch 40 minutes.
Delicious in
here.
Dungeon
He's
was
not
great.
even
I've
here to
watched the first
defend
episode
himself.
of that. I think the second episode comes out tomorrow. Delicious in Dungeon.
I haven't done my Annie.
Dude, but there was like
this season.
so little plot for like one 20-minute section of Delicious in Dungeon. Like, what even happened? They had like.
If you're looking for plot in Delicious in Dungeon, no, that's the
Well, the thing is, Delicious in Dungeon set up their plot is the fact that they're going to be going down all the way to the bottom of the dungeon to try to rescue his sister.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
not going
plot.
to be deep. It's going to be a comedy anime about cooking. Like there's
Well,
literally
the plot can be simple, but I want to know what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Right, but I don't want to know
what it
the
is.
whole plot. And like if you read anything cyberpunk, if you read Neuromancer or Blue Rose Hotel, you don't know the plot from the first chapter. You get vague ideas of characters, maybe. Like you just have to be familiar with the cyberpunk storytelling genre.
Compare it to Edge Runners that just aired episode.
I
1.
I haven't watched Edge Runners. I don't give a fuck about Edge Runners. Edge Runners
Yeah.
seems like a fairly generic IP based. I'm sure it's good. I've heard a lot of people say it's good, but
It sounds like similar things you said about Baldur's Gate 3.
You are coping so fucking.
Dude,
hard.
Edge Runners doesn't tell you everything in the first episode either. I can't believe you would bring up Edge Runners and be like, "Oh, it don't tell you everything." You get it just as much.
You're actually way
understand.
overstating what
Hold on. What do you mean the plot? What do you mean the plot?
You understand the plot moving forward. Okay, you have.
And
a
what
place
do you
to
not
go off.
understand about Metallic Rose? We've got someone who's going
I
to fight
understand what our main
9
character
people.
wants to do.
Right.
We understand what the character wants to do. They want to fight and kill these people.
Does she?
Yes. Well,
That's literally what she
That's
does.
What her job is. We know
If
that's
she
her job.
changes her motivation, that's her character growth. We know what she wants to do just as much as we know what dipshit knew in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I mean, David had an idea about what he wanted to do. I understood who David was and where he like came from, because obviously we see his like
And again,
origin story.
it's not that I'm coping. It's that I've read a lot of cyberpunk literature, so I'm familiar with this style of storytelling because it's common tropes in the cyberpunk genre. So I'm just well versed in it.
Oh, it's something you've seen before, and it's pretty good.
So in episode 1 of Cyberpunk, you're like, yeah, he's gonna get chromed out and be like this crazy giant monster man. You guys are like, oh yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Then what do you mean by plot?
I'm talking
you know
about
why he wants to do his thing? You need a
I
why?
understand the character. Yeah, I got a pretty good overview of the character,
Why
his motivation,
do you
what he's
need
going to be doing.
a why? They're told to.
That's
do
what
something.
That's what I like.
We're
yeah.
giving a person who's a shell who is told to do things. They're doing things robotically. They're a robot. They're android. They're like, oh, this is my order. I'll do it. We even get repeated dialogue from this character every time they're asked, "What is that?" Like. We get the idea that they don't make the decisions. So the character growth moving forward is them finally figuring that out and making decisions and learning from that. Like,
yeah, I do like the
whole point is that there isn't a why.
But I want to see more.
Great, they're just copying a Demon Slayer arc. Even better.
You're out of here.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from
take
her
a
as a
break.
character. I want to see more of her.
You want to see more of her?
Demon Slayer arc. The trope of the sentient android that's trying to find its place in the world and realizes it can make its own decisions goes back far further than Demon Slayer. Also, by the way,
But like right now, as far as I watch the show, I'm not really attached to it at all.
You don't have to be.
It's just copying
the first way
Pluto.
No, but when you read Neuromancer, you're not attached to Case for the first chapter. Case is the main character.
I mean,
by the
even
way.
for me, I didn't like Pluto, but I liked Gashit from like his first like 25 minutes. I liked him quite a bit.
I haven't watched Pluto, so I can't speak to Pluto, but I can speak to other cyberpunk stuff that I've watched, read, or experienced. Like, you're not attached to Neo in the first scene when you meet Neo. You have to go through character development. You're not attached to Neo when you see him typing at a computer in a cubicle. There's no attachment there. Like, you've got to build the character.
Called into I'd have to think about Matrix more,
but there's an expectation. There's a different expectation with the movie.
I highly disagree. At the end of the day, these are stories. You should have the same expectation.
No,
of a story,
but
which is
with the movie, there's an expectation that you've already planned to invest over an hour. So like, it's very different.
And that expectation is there for anime as well, because most
you won't even watch 40 minutes of Sasuke and Peeps. I don't want to hear expectation about investing time from you.
Not only that, but the vast majority of people
40
operate
minutes.
on
I was expecting to invest 20, and then I
anime,
walked away.
most people operate on a 3-episode rule. Well, a 3-episode rule, if you don't count commercials.
We've always discussed such a shitty rule. We've always
the 3-episode rule is garbage.
That is what most people do. You might think
okay, stop saying most people. We don't.
Yeah,
no,
most people. Yes.
No,
I don't really
I don't think
the generally accepted thing in the anime community is that's why it's got a name. The name is the 3-episode rule.
No.
If it wasn't something that was generally accepted that most people did, it wouldn't have a name.
Well, in our community, we have a no
that.
shit eating rule, so
Most
we don't eat
people
shit
literally
here because
do
we don't
not
like
do
doing that.
It is just the fucking major anime YouTubers use that for their reviews.
I call bullshit because I don't watch any major anime YouTubers, and I know plenty of
guess
anime
what?
fans.
You want to know where that came from? You want to know where that came from? That came from
3-episode rule has been around longer than YouTube. The 3-episode rule has been around longer than YouTube, my man.
No, it literally has not. Fuck off.
It absolutely has, because I've been watching anime since 1996.
Don't even start with me, Michael. You haven't been around as long as YouTube.
You don't know shit.
You don't know shit when it comes to the length of time. Now,
Dude,
Leon, the 3-episode rule is
in 2001.
It should not be brought up because it's bullshit. You can tell pretty quickly when you watch a show whether or not it's quality enough that you should keep watching. Now, does the 3-episode rule work in that like sometimes you get 3 episodes because that's your good hour into something to finally build up enough characters of the plot? Yes, very common. You look at classic shows like Cowboy Bebop where you're picking up characters and you don't have your full ensemble until you're into the show a little bit, and then the show really starts down a direction. So it's common for the plot to take that long to really get everything in place and then move forward. But as far as like choosing to watch something because of the 3-episode rule, that's where it's garbage, and I don't care if people use it or not.
I mean, I don't drop anime, so the 3-episode rule doesn't even apply to me because I don't drop anime, period.
You're like, oh, I want the show to be good. I'm going to stick around for 3 episodes. Oh, there's a 3-episode rule. Yeah, that's why I'm going to do it. No,
don't miscategorize. Here's what I'm saying.
I think you're Canadian,
when
just
you
not
say the
saying
3-episode rule is
'Cause he
something
doesn't
that
even watch
YouTubers
anime.
came up
He
with
doesn't.
for their
don't have
review
anything to
purposes, I can say verifiably that is inaccurate because
Okay,
I was talking about the 3-episode rule with my buddies in 2001. YouTube
Okay,
wasn't around
you
yet.
and your buddies were stupid for doing that. It is a
Oh,
stupid
really?
rule.
So we were stupid for doing the thing that most anime fans do. I'm talking about anime
No,
yeah,
fans.
most anime
people
fans
do
are
not.
not
Hold
that
on, hold
smart.
on.
I'll
Do
agree
you
with
guys
that.
know why there's a 3-episode
rule.
rule? Do
Because
you
people
guys
are
know
stupid.
why that rule exists?
You want to give it a chance to set itself up.
That is the plot reasoning for it. Yes, that is what we say. However, back in the day when you went and you got a VHS tape, that VHS tape was an hour. That's 3 episodes of an anime. So when you bought bootleg, you got 3 episodes. The 3-episode rule came because when you got volume 1 that came in, that's what you had. And you're like, oh yeah, I like the first 3, so I'm going to keep trying to find the rest of these. It was literally a limitation of the medium in which we were pirating this show from across the ocean. It's not like, oh, yeah, this whole generation was stupid for doing it. No, we had that, and that's how we had to function, okay? I don't want to hear you little bitches who can just click and watch and binge everything that exists say that, oh, the 3-episode rule is garbage. I don't think you should take 3 episodes in order to, like, force your way into, like, oh, maybe I'll like it if I keep going. If you don't like it, stop watching it, definitely. But if your inkling is like, this is pretty good, give it a few, see how it cooks, and then go with that. What, like, fuck off, you babies.
After
Your
drop,
methods
like, one
are as
episode, 'cause
dated
I
as your
really did
taste.
not like it.
You're
but
gone. You're actual gone.
I think episode 2 of Ashura was a lot more enjoyable. Like I said, I much prefer the character introduced episode 2. And I just
frankly,
don't know
Peter
if we're actually
Venkman
going to
says,
focus
by the
on
way-
that guy. I feel like he's going to get abandoned.
I'm gonna give the chat some love. Peter Venkman says that she gives everything 5. So you know what?
That's
Mad
too
props to
many.
that.
There's no
again,
VHS that holds 5.
I can't speak to that because I don't drop anime. Once I watch something, I'm in it for the long haul, which is why I don't usually watch seasonals. So I want to, if I'm going to have an opinion on something, I want to be able to have seen the thing to completion so that I can give my full thoughts unabated.
Is Michael on the
That
phone?
is an even worse rule than the 3-episode rule, Leon. Holy cow.
Why is being able to have a fully informed opinion a worse rule for someone that has grown up loving media and learning and criticizing media? I didn't just start doing YouTube and reviewing
Shut up,
shit
Nico.
because,
Go
hey,
fuck
we can make a
yourself.
lot of money doing it. I've been doing movie reviews since the early 2000s because I grew up loving film and nerd culture.
There's a difference between films and TV shows.
I
feel
completely
like
disagree. At the end of there's a difference. Like when you say there's a difference, define the difference. Because at the end of the day, they have more in common than they have
TV shows
different.
have much more time to set things up, and they have much longer story beats they will go on.
That can be true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The story structure in a TV show can be way different because
But
the
it-
time segments you get are way different as well.
At the
And
same
when you're
time,
doing
it's
something that's aired on a
required
weekly
to hook you
structure,
soon.
you do have to consider that as your medium, and you have to consider how much time you can fit into, like, for each
But
episode.
that's not part of the when you're talking about the review process and criticizing media and critiquing media and just taking in media. The process itself is the same regardless of how much time you take to do so. That time can be a factor in what you do or don't appreciate about it. But at the end of the day, no matter what, you're spending time taking in this media, whether it's a movie or whether it's a TV show. I want to see the full product to be able to analyze the full product. I don't go and order a 5-course meal at a restaurant, eat 2 of the 5 courses, and say this meal was shit. No, I want to have.
If they burn your second course, you're probably having an issue there. Yeah.
But I would still eat the rest of it because I would want to have, if I'm going to write a review on it or have an opinion on it, I would want to know the full scope of everything that was encapsulated in that meal. Yeah, they might burn the roast beef.
Right.
They might burn the roast beef. But you know what? That pumpkin pie might be the best pumpkin pie I've ever had in my entire fucking life.
I don't really care that much because I'm not that concerned about spending my time if half the show is bad.
Yeah.
Like, if half the show is something I don't want, I'm not going to be happy if the other half is.
And that's
at
fair
least
because
okay.
that just means you have a different value than what I value.
I think there's a
is an
catharsis
informed-
to it, though, right? Like, how many times have I watched a show that I thought was awful, and then, like, 8 episodes in, suddenly it changes, and I'm like, that's super weird, and now I've got this new idea in my head because I was, like,
That's happened to
enjoying
me
this
a
thing
bunch of
enough.
times.
Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
Like, huh.
Like,
Well, that was a great idea. How could it be done better?
Having an opinion. I value having an opinion based on the entirety of a product, not just a portion of it. If you don't have that same value, that's fine. But saying that, oh, that's dumb or that's retarded doesn't make sense when it's just subjective value.
All right,
I
I'm
think
gonna pull up your
usually you can
channel right
determine
now.
the quality of something much faster than the full series in terms of if I should be watching, if I would
Hold
want
on.
to recommend
No,
it to other
here's
people.
your
That's
problem.
usually what I focus on.
Here's your problem, Serranos. You're focusing only on the quality of the overall product, and you throw
I'm not really that
everything
concerned
out
about
that
the
doesn't
exact
reach this
story
quality level that you
intricacies.
hit. You're not actually looking at it to like see how the story may go, may twist,
I'm not
may
usually that
surprise
concerned
you,
about that
right?
because
Yeah.
for me, a lot of stories are
It's
very
just not
similar to
something
a
you'll
lot of
ever
other stories.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I see it differently usually. It's like I'm not that concerned about like the specific story they're trying to tell, but because the specific story usually isn't that interesting of a thing. For me, a lot of what it is the whole component
the
flowing
skeleton
together
of-
as a large, as like everything is connected to itself. So every episode should be building on the last one for me, right?
I mean, yeah, the skeletons of a lot of stories may be the same. That's because there, believe it or not, there is objectivity in art. A lot of people be art's subjective. No. There is objectivity to art, and so story structure. There's going to be many stories that follow a very similar structure because it's an objectively well-written structure. It's what little differences have been added and sprinkled in that make it different.
I think that does matter a lot, and that's what usually separates stuff I like from stuff I don't.
Pulling up my tweet from
That's
earlier.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. You just tweeted this.
I did.
I think it's a good point. I think Soldier Boy is a great character.
That's beautiful.
I think Soldier Boy is one of the very few improvements they made over the comics. Because Soldier Boy in the comics is in like 2 panels and gets butt fucked and dies. So
I think we're still missing like a big picture that you need. The first episode should hook you into the show, and that's what they were doing in Japan. They weren't doing 3 episodes in Japan. They were like every other American TV show on the time. You watch the first episode, and if you aren't hooked, you don't watch it the next week.
And that's a lot of
Yeah, but
a lot of things is because of like the
hook, right? It could literally be the setting that hooks in an audience, right?
Exactly.
It could be a lot of things that hook in an audience, but usually just overall quality of a show will hook it in.
Like for me, the first episode of Time for Torture Princess extremely impressed me because of the production quality. It was just that high. I
got
enjoyed the
hooked because of the
content.
food, right? Like none of the quality was like it was nice, but like it because of the torture ended up being here's food that you don't get to eat. Like that idea made me giggle, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch that again.
Yeah, I had seen the comic of it, and I was like, this is nice. I didn't think much of the comic because it was just another one of. I've seen a lot of that style thing. I was like, I don't care about it too much. But when they put the extra production quality on it, when they're making it into the anime, that helps elevate it above the other competitors of the same type.
But at that same time, you're like, oh, all these different shows have something that's keeping me engaged throughout, like that makes me want to see the second episode. Why are you going to spend any time watching the second episode of a show that doesn't do that?
Well, I'm not.
But that's the thing is, I've chosen shows, I've read synopses and chosen shows that I think do have something that would keep me interested. That's why I think I'll only be watching 5 or 6 seasonals, but it's 5 or 6 seasonals that I have a very good idea that I will enjoy. And if I don't enjoy, it's just as fun an exercise to figure out why I didn't enjoy it as a whole than anything else, because I enjoy that sort of mental exercise.
And for me, trying out a bunch of different seasonal shows, bunch of different games and demos and stuff like that, and then playing them later, like the full game. Even if I think I have a pretty good judge of quality, I still want to see more of what's out there because there's stuff I didn't think would be good that I wound up really enjoying. If I think I have good predetermination, I still want to take my time and spend it looking for new stuff rather than trying to dig out something good of something I didn't think was good originally.
No, it's not about trying to dig out something good. It's about having a fully formed opinion either way, and the thought exercise of why did you come to this conclusion? What could have been done differently? In my opinion, you have to appreciate the negative just as much as the positive. You don't have to like the negative. That's why it's negative. But you have to appreciate the thought process of what took you to the negatives versus the positives.
But do you need to see a full show to say the first 2 episodes weren't good?
but it's not about the first 2 episodes. You don't read the first 2 chapters of a book and say the whole book wasn't good. You read the book and then decide the book wasn't good.
The shows I do pick up, which I keep watching longer, like I watched Hell's Paradise. I watched up to 8 episodes and probably gonna finish it. And just because I do want to quantify the entirety of it, of why like everything in it sucks, but I could tell from basically episode 1 and 2 that I had a lot of issues.
Yeah, and then what's fun about that is you get to watch the additional episodes and see if those issues start to get fixed, or see if they get worse, or see if other ideas are introduced that mitigate those issues that you saw.
I skimmed through like different. I skimmed through different shows that it doesn't like any show that I watched that I like, man, this is bad. I have not watched more and said this got better.
It doesn't get worse, but you get
I've
to
ever
meme.
had that happen to me.
I've had times where I get to meme and be like, dude, it changed everything past episode 7. Oh my god. But it never got better.
Sopranos and Michael, look for the next excitement or next interest in another show. Whereas we have the push of like, well, but what changes episode to episode? What is going to happen in that next episode?
I just don't see the change episode to episode in so many shows that it doesn't feel like
because
it's
you're
worth
so
diving into
focused on just like animation quality and I don't know.
Well, it's not just that, but it's the writing quality too. I mean, that's like a large part of the show is how well it's written and what it looks like.
Right, but the way the show is structured is also another way that like can change the quality of a show, can change how a show interacts with me when I'm watching it.
Take Death Note, for example. Death Note starts off relatively good, and halfway through, the show turns to shit. I mean, it's renowned.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Is like I cannot call myself a Death Note fan in good conscience because despite how much I love the first half, I fucking hate the second half. So I'm not a Death Note fan. But having seen all of it, I can articulate that and maybe write out a fun review or have a fun conversation with someone at the local bookstore about Death Note as a whole because I've seen it as a whole. This whole thing is about. I mean,
I straight up skipped 10 episodes
the internet,
of Death Note.
We used to have to conversate with other nerds in real life, whether it be at the comic book shop or at the library or at the park. You had to actually talk with people. So if you're going to talk with people, it was best to know what you were actually talking about. And the only way to do that was to have seen whatever or read whatever in its entirety.
And there also just wasn't a lot of others. It was like
because I mean, like that's another thing.
These kids grow up at a buffet.
There
there
are literally a
taking
million.
scraps.
There are literally a million shows that are rated incredibly highly that I could check out that I never have.
And
I don't go into like
where I draw the line real quick, Leon, is if you're watching a show and every episode you hate it, all you say is that it's bad, all you say is that it sucks, all you say is that like, wow, this is the worst show I've ever seen. I think most humans should stop watching it. Now, if you are going to review it,
to be fair,
sure.
I do agree with that. I have a much higher threshold for that. Like I dropped Ahsoka. I never thought because I genuinely wanted Ahsoka to be good, despite how I feel about Disney Star Wars. And after 5 or 6 episodes, I think it was after 5 episodes, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm done. I can't do it anymore." I throw in the towel. But it is because, that's because I was doing episodic. I almost never do weekly episodic reviews. I don't think I ever have until Ahsoka. But I wanted it to be good, and it was the point to where Ahsoka it wasn't even fun to talk about why it was bad. It wasn't fun to talk about what could be improved. There was nothing enjoyable about the conversation. Yeah, it was just sadness. However, for me, that sort of media, that's very rare because usually I can have fun with the negatives. That's something I can usually do, is at least enjoy the negatives where they are. I love B horror movies from the 80s, for example. Those are objectively bad, but there's something about whether it was filmed in a guerrilla style filming, whether it be the very shoddy practical effects, but at least they were practical, that I can find something to praise. But every now and again, I just can't do that. Even with the worst anime, I can usually find something to appreciate versus something to bash and have an interesting conversation about where you draw that line and what is worth talking about. But rarely do I come into a situation where I can't do that.
Yeah. For me, a lot of what I hate about shows is the writing. Like, I will talk about, like, I will just skip shows because of animation. I'll usually be able to see that. Just like, yeah, obviously I'm not going to be interested in this. But lot of the writing is when it comes to the fact that it is the genericest of the generic. Is like this character is the same way I've seen a million times over and over again. Like what was the wedding show that I dropped already?
The Wedding Rings.
Toronto's, to be fair, I understand that. That's why I didn't watch My Hero for so long, because when I tried to watch My Hero, it wasn't doing anything that One Piece or Naruto or Dragon Ball hadn't already done.
All. It's just
However,
it is another
by the
show,
time I got to season 3, it started to stand on its own. And I'm glad I gave it that second shot. Now, you can make the argument you shouldn't take 3 seasons to finally get original, and that's a fair argument. We could have a conversation about that. But at the end
I don't
of the
actually
day,
think the beginning of the show is bad at all. It's just if you have grown up with the other shonens, there's not really much for you in My Hero.
Yeah, I'm surprised you
There's
got
not much for you in any
there.
modern shonen, in my opinion. I don't think
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen that everyone sucks off is doing anything all that original either.
I
But,
like I talked about before, I don't really watch shonens because
Hey, we can agree on
just copy over a
Jujutsu
lot.
is just characters that people fall in love with.
And I care about characters a lot. That's pretty much second to me.
See, but,
Like,
and that's it.
me
I
getting
think
into
you
a
only care
character.
about the obvious things, Saran. Like, good writing is obvious. Good art is obvious. Good characters are obvious. To me, there's a lot more of the not as obvious things that I do want to, whether I enjoy or don't enjoy, a lot more of the non-surface level things that I want to experience and get into.
There are a few like artsy fartsy kind of things I like, but largely I don't. In terms of like,
I will watch an entire anime if it's got a fantastic, like if it's got good music or interesting choreography or
David
different.
Lynch
like,
made one of your
different
favorite movies, so of course that's your.
I don't usually talk about music, but music is pretty massively important. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and like a lot of casual fans of what, not just anime, but a lot of casual fans of media will only look at like intros and outros or like the main theme song and like things like so many people can tell you about the main Star Wars.
I'll
theme,
usually
but
describe
don't know anything about Yub Nub from the Ewoks. I think Yub Nub is a brilliantly written song, but it's overlooked because it's in one scene of one Star Wars movie and it's fucking titled Yub Nub. So. Yeah. Like the Cantina Band song, bum 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 bum. That's actually like a 4.5 minute piece that you only hear like the first minute and a half of in the movie. But I like that first minute and a half. I listen to the whole thing. It does genre switches. It does time signature switches. It's such an interesting song. But I only got that because I actively looked deeper into it. And that's what I love about media, that even if it's not good, it might have something more to offer when you dig deeper. And some people just don't want to dig deeper, which is fine. But I want to be attacked for enjoying digging deeper.
I'm not usually that concerned with the specific music piece, like how good that specific music piece was composed. It's usually more about its usage. Like having the good music is obviously good, but also how well it's used is like the most important part of it. That's why I usually talk more about it if I was talking about the direction of a show.
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoy the composition, but a good composition, you're right, can be wasted by using it in a poorly.
It can be wasted because the scene falls flat on its own.
Right? No, I completely agree. But and to me, those are two separate things. Like I can say the music is great. The way they used it was awful. But if you listen to the music on its own and you just go into Spotify and listen to play, people talk so much shit about Rebel Moon, and I can understand why. But I think Rebel Moon had the best score of any movie I saw in 2023. For all of its faults, I was at least able to say, God damn, whoever.
Unfortunately, it was tied to Rebel Moon. Yeah. Because I mean, I remember listening to I was listening to some of the music when I was watching. It's like, it's not bad, but then I never listened to it on its own, so it didn't have any chance to actually shine. It didn't have any chance to show off how good it was because it was in Rebel Moon.
I mean, I guess that's fair. The guy that did the Rebel Moon score, I'm trying to remember his name.
I was gonna say the one song I remember I liked from it was the one that was playing in the background when the robot was like washing off and he was talking to the other chick at the beginning. Like, that was the one time I was like, this is quite nice. That's why I remember. I was like, this is quite nice. Because that was the one time the music actually got to do its own thing in the movie. The music actually got to be there. And, like, I guess, like, the backing music, which wasn't really super important for the barn scene, the tension they built with that. Like, that was one of the only good parts of the movie. For me.
Yeah, no, that honestly, so my friend Vex Electronica, she's like, I hate it to just say it, but I gotta agree with Leon. The music in that movie it's one of those things. Like, obviously, we're not gonna stay stuck on Rebel Moon. We covered that ages ago, but like that's my point in that you can take something bad, and I still like finding the good in it. Or if there is no good to be
than
found,
like we're talking about Rebel Moon, quote unquote.
Right? I think that there's merit in being able to see something to completion, to have a full idea of what the artistic intent was.
Yeah, I finished shows that I think have a lot of merit. I think I finished shows that I really engage with. I like talking about those.
Actually, no, that was so you finished shows you think had a lot of merit.
Yeah.
I finished shows that I think have moments of merit that are at least worth watching the entire bad show, so that I can appreciate those moments and then also delve deep into the things that didn't work. I like the more analytical side of looking at just media in general, good, bad, or ugly. Evil Dead is a great example. Objectively speaking, Evil Dead is not actually a very well-made movie, but there's a level of passion and heart that, because it was a bunch of college kids who were making it on a shoestring budget, who were doing it basically guerrilla style, you can that passion oozes off of the film. And even though you can say, oh, wow, these effects aren't necessarily the best effects, or wow, they couldn't afford stunt doubles, so these injuries are real injuries. Like, there's critical analysis there that makes for technically a lesser film objectively than something like an MCU film, but it's a better movie to watch because it hits.
I think you can really feel the
spirit.
heart. I think you can really feel heart, how that comes across in a lot of media. Yeah,
That's
I think
so
you can
true.
feel how
That's
much
the
an
je ne
artist
sais
cares.
quoi.
You can usually feel how much an artist cares about the media they're making.
Speaking of
Jim
things,
and I are his counterpoint. Artists are gay and don't deserve the time of day.
I mean, if I want to pick a show that has technical
call me a
flaws
gay
and or like writing flaws that weren't as good, but
I didn't
it's
want to say it on your channel. Sorry,
that's our word. They can't take it from us.
We could say retards here.
No, I almost said
not that one.
Yeah, I almost said the F slur for gay people.
Oh, I said faggot yesterday.
Yeah, we've dropped it a couple. We had the Martin one.
I'll do it on my own channel. I don't want to do it on Blaine's channel. Just out of respect.
Don't worry, I'll do my own channel. Blane gets taken down. I'll stand in solidarity.
Thank you for your solidarity. Speaking of finishing things because they're great, I am actually gonna wrap the stream.
I have one thing I want to
You have
finish
one
with,
thing?
though.
Okay.
So I want to talk about is like the wrong way to use
Hold on,
healing
is
magic.
it one thing or is it a want to talk about?
I just want to talk about the wrong way to use healing magic. It has plenty of technical flaws and like writing that isn't very good, but also I can feel in the second half of the episode the way their anime is they cared. They cared about
By
it.
second half,
cared.
he means the last 5 minutes. Oh, by the way.
No, it was like 10 minutes.
What happened to your voice?
I don't know.
Yeah, it turned into a robot.
A really fast robot. Like, okay, Ben Shapiro bot. What are we doing over here? I mean, really, we're talking about the last 5 minutes of that show at the end of the day.
And before we end the last 5 minutes of the show, have you heard about Mattress Firm? Mattress Firm can do mattresses in a box.
Exactly.
Best sleep I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, Michael can't speak for us.
Are your investments
That's
protected
you
with
get
the
in
weight
trouble.
of gold?
You get in very big trouble.
If your 401k isn't invested in gold,
I'm
I
done.
don't know
You can
what you're
leave
talking
now,
about.
Blaine. You can go play with your friends.
No, I'm
Blaine,
already went to bed.
Before we go, what are you doing this Monday?
This Monday is going to be Racist Day, where I get do racing games while I talk about anime.
Prior to your stream, what are you gonna be doing this Monday? I mean,
wait
are you busy during when my stream is going on? And if not, do you want to come on?
Yeah, I'll come on probably. Let me check my calendar.
All right, cool.
So there is no racing stream, but I believe the thing that I have is 6 p.m. Pacific. So I don't know what that equates to in U time.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
So it would be 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. your time.
Oh yeah, my show's wrapped up by 6 o'clock. My show's wrapped up by 4 o'clock your time. So
okay, yeah, then I can probably do that. That'd be
I stream 1 to 4 your time.
All right, yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
So tomorrow / today, depending on what part of the world you're in. We've got the Chained Soldier coming out. That's a good
Tomorrow,
one.
yeah.
Dungeon Meshies got another episode, so you get more dungeon
Yep,
food.
we'll be watching that tomorrow.
First episode of Maho to Yaju coming out.
I'll watch that.
So I'm gonna watch that one so we can rate the waifu.
What one
and
is
move on.
that? I think I've heard.
It's
the one.
Do you ever
It's
watch,
a magical girl show.
Do you watch what Gungrave? I think it's Gungrave is what I'm thinking of. It gives
Okay,
me those kind of vibes. Guys walking around with a coffin, and there's a girl who's like his.
Okay, yeah, that's the show
handler.
I thought it was. I was interested in that, but I'm hesitant to add any more seasonals to my list because I've already added way more than I thought I would.
Oh yeah, is that the Witch and the Beast then?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Yeah, The Witch and the Beast. That's the one. Yeah.
So we got some good shows coming out tomorrow. So we'll have some good reviews for our
shows I plan to watch
for our Thursday day. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'll go to one of these panels.
Sorry I was here so late. I expected the stream that I was going to be on to wrap up in 2 hours. We ended up going 3. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm missing most of today's show.
And Blaine doesn't want to do that here. He doesn't want to go on for another 3 hours.
No, I can't do that.
If Leon wants to pop on his stream, I'd be up to go on for another couple hours.
I'd go on your stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to starting a late night stream. I've been drinking, so fuck it. Why not?
All right. Everybody,
yeah, if you want to talk about more stuff, I'd hit you up for that.
I'll be in the Discord, Serranos.
At both the
Yeah, no,
words may or may not be launching a stream. There's your link. I gotta.
Blaine has to go to bed.
I got
He's
stuff
falling
to do
asleep.
tomorrow. No, I failed another inspection today, so I got a lot of stuff to do.
Oh,
so, thank you all for being here. Thank you for talking about escapism. I think this was one of the more enjoyable and fun episodes in a long time. I'm probably gonna cut this up into a few highlights, if not just the whole thing. So tell your friends to watch this one, share this one with everybody. Kampai, everybody.
I'll leave a like on the stream finally. I didn't do it earlier.